Long ago, the gods made war against ancient monsters who forged the world. They chose as their champions mortal men and women, and through the gift of exaltation, uplifted these heroes with divine powers. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Onyx Path channel. We are Vorpal Tales, and I am Duane at Native Kimchi on the internet, and we will be presenting to you tonight this very special Jumpstart of the Exalted 3rd Edition Tomb of Dreams. As far as Vorpal Tales is concerned, we usually bring you a plethora of terrifying tales and awesome adventures for your viewing pleasure. Please seek us out on the internet. Catch us here on Twitch if we are not on the Onyx Path channel. Check out our archives on our YouTube. Visit our webpage, vorpaltales.com, with links to all of our social media, our Discord, and our Patreon. Make sure you check out our calendar to ensure you don't miss any of your favorite shows, as there will be many changes coming in the next couple of weeks. Additionally, gotta check out our merch store. Ever, if you can hit that link in the chat, maybe?
Darn tootin'.
We got merch. Check it out. 15% off up until the day. I think it's like 14 days from now. I can't remember the day.
It's still on the website.
Yes, it is on the website. But our shout outs tonight go to Astral Tabletop for the virtual gaming space that we will be rolling our bones and listening to all of this awesome music. I think it goes to Onyx Path for the world that we are playing in and for always having their players' backs. I thank you to Love Your Rebellion, a non-profit group that empowers marginalized groups through the arts. Please be sure to check out their website, loveyourrebellion.org. Much love goes to all of our Patreons. You are the ones that allow us to meet true exaltation. And we are so glad to have decided to attach your souls to ours. And last but not least, thank you to all of our viewers and fans. I love Ever's face. She got confused. What? But before we get into this game, allow our players to introduce themselves. Tell everyone who you are, where you can be found, and who you will be playing this evening. The order is... let's go, Sean.
But it says last in the chat.
We have a whole thing in the chat.
Duane,
You can't throw us off like this, man.
I don't know what to do now. Who am I?
Storyteller interference, dude. Stop railroading us.
Oh, it is in the chat. My bad. Okay,
Sean, you are now Ever.
Okay.
Weird.
And I am
but
Follow
Sean.
the chat.
No, I don't like this.
Chat.
no, I'm going. I am Space
No,
Lord
I don't like
PJs. Well, too bad, Patty. That's Patty. I'm Space Lord PJs. I'm here to entertain you, and I'm playing a Volfer. Yes, Volfer. Yes.
Wolfer. Got it. Hey everybody, I'm Ever. My pronouns are they, them, and you can find me all over the internet as Changeling Ever. Tonight, I shall be playing, and I apologize if I butcher this, Ie Salak Amu, who is, in my opinion, kind of like a Katara of Avatar, but more fighty bits.
Hello, everybody. I am Steve. You can find me on the internet at Voodoo Arcade. And tonight I am playing Fakakun, who is a sneaky panda lady ninja killer. You heard me.
Now that's an archetype.
Yep.
Archetype?
Archetype.
I am having trouble with my words tonight.
That's okay.
Both typing and saying.
That's okay. In our sneak peek, when we were looking through this game and like kind of getting our characters down, I kept saying excellence to Duane, trying to say excellence.
Is that like a propellant?
A what?
Excellence?
A propellant? Yes.
Hello, my name is Rachel. You can find me Stolen Fire pretty much everywhere on the internet. And for tonight, I will be playing Carol Fire Orchid. She is a dragon exalt. And she's an older lady who has been pulled out of retirement to go fight some bad guys.
And because now Sean screwed everything up, I'm last and least. I am Patrick on the internet at PattyShake_. And tonight I'll be playing a character named Mirror Flag, a wearer of many faces, a person of strong convictions, words, and looking to put on a show.
Fantastic.
I just realized we gave Patty the overacting Exalt. Awesome.
I see nothing wrong with this.
Awesome. Oh, I'm excited.
Yes, this is going to be perfectly fine.
Oh no. Rachel, chat.
All right. So for anyone who doesn't know what Exalted is, well, let's jump in and give you a little bit of a taste. So Exalted is a tabletop role-playing game where the role of the heroes take on heroes that are empowered with divine might. And it is very distinct in itself from conventional fantasy and monsters and demons and whatnot. And it is rooted very extensively in ancient Greek, Middle Eastern, Indian, and Asian myth cycles. Think works of Conan mixed with Elric, mixed with wuxia, anime, and manga all mashed together for high-flying, Super Saiyan-ish power, extreme might, destruction. Yeah. So take all those words and just put it into one. Call it awesome.
It is awesome. It will be awesome.
It will be awesome. So, Exalted is a D10 based system, and you will need a lot of them, usually about 10 to 15, because we are going to be making things awesome and rolling lots of dice. For our players, let's go over a couple little tiny things. So, before we got into this, I know we already talked about initiative and rolling initiative. In this game, it is called Joining Battle. So for those who did not hear or weren't in the chat yet, you will be rolling your wits plus awareness, or on your character sheet, it should have a number of dice for you to roll. If you are making an attack during battle, there are two different types of attack. There is a withering attack and a decisive attack. A withering attack depletes the enemy's initiative and knocks them lower on the tier. It doesn't do exact damage. Decisive attacks actually attack and do real damage to the opponent's health. So usually the way that it would work is you will whittle down an opponent before actually making a decisive attack against them, using either your different charms, powers, or your fellow heroes. Initiative is very fluid in this game, and I have a nice little tracker made of paper that I will be using to help me track everybody's initiative. Social influences go just about as normal as any of the other story path games that we've played. You're going to be choosing an attribute and a skill to use in tandem, and then you will roll against a specific difficulty. Successes in this game are 7 through 10, 10s counting as a double success. Any questions so far? Awesome. Difficulties in this game usually range from 1 to 5, 1 being the easiest and 5 being near impossible. And I get to set those. Ha 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 ha. So without any further ado, let us jump into the game. So many gods are immortal. They don't age and are difficult to permanently kill unless attacked by special magic. However, there are some places that they can. Once I find my actual sheet. All right, guys, I lost my sheet. There it is. So all of you find yourself on this strange reef. As you open your eyes for what seems like days being closed, you seem very disoriented, but you can smell the brininess of the water, the blowing of the wind, the smell of trees. The last thing that any of you can remember is entering a cave in a forest, what you believe to be somewhere in the southeast of the region. And as you walked in, you remember seeing visible signs of the First Age ruins. But now here you are, near a sea, on an island that you can't recognize. As you look around at each other, you try to find the answers of whether you know these individuals or not. Just from the smell and sight of them, you can tell that they too are exalted, as you are. So why don't you guys go ahead and introduce yourselves to each other? And interact as you would. Do you
Who
know
are
them?
you? Yeah. Who are you? Why have I been brought here? Are you responsible for this?
No, but are any of you hurt?
Checks up over. I don't appear to be, no. What is this place?
I have no idea.
Are we prisoners?
We don't appear to be caged or shackled of some kind.
Yeah, we are.
So
And
last
there's a
thing-
prison wall. I will smash it with my sword.
What is
This
the
one
last-
would love to watch that one smash a wall with a sword.
I
What is the last thing any of you remember?
smash many walls with swords.
Out of character, do we have a memory of what we were last doing?
Yes,
oh, great
you do.
storyteller.
You do remember, you don't remember whether it was with these individuals, but you do remember entering that cave deep in a forest. Remember seeing signs of the First Age ruins, and then everything just kind of went black.
I was in a forest, reaching towards a cave, so nowhere near an ocean.
Perhaps the cave was cursed. I seem to recall something like that myself. Does anyone recognize where we are?
The beach, clearly.
Can I look around for landmarks or like recognizing the coastline, anything like that?
No roll needed on this. So as you look around, you can definitely tell that you are on an island. The ocean spans for many
Oh, on
miles.
an island.
Yes, just from
Oh.
what you can tell.
Oh, jeez.
There doesn't seem to be any connecting landmass in any direction. Obviously, the island in front of you could go on and on and on, so it could be an isthmus.
Okay, so we can't see from like one shore to the other in one
Yeah,
go.
it's just, yeah,
Okay.
ocean. You look behind you, ocean, land.
After a long and arduous scouting regiment, I believe we'll be heading that direction. And I point to the only direction land goes.
Clever.
Yes, we should probably find at least a source of water before nightfall.
As soon as you mention the word water, as if appearing out of nowhere, a storm starts to whip up out at sea and move inland very quickly.
Jeez.
It starts whipping your clothes and hairs. The rain kind of feels like needle-sharp points stinging your skin and eyes. And from behind, out into the ocean, as far as you can see, beneath that surface, you can barely make out an undersea like forest of crimson and violet weeds.
Crimson weed? Like, oh jeez. So this is whipping us, stinging us, like is like hurricane style,
Yeah.
like wind coming in?
The winds aren't that great, but it is, yeah, it's like painful rain.
We should probably also find shelter too.
Agreed, we should move inland and see if we can find something to give us cover.
I'm for this.
Faka is just kind of like standing there, and she's only like maybe 3.5, 4 feet tall. She's completely bald, and she's pale white with like black spots all over her, and the only thing she's wearing is like this red cloth that just kind of like swoops and drapes over her, and so the wind is just like whipping this all around and then back around her, and then it wraps around again, but it never gets tangled. It just blows awesomely in the wind on this like 3.5 foot knife covered panda lady who's not a panda.
Not a panda.
Not a panda. Not a panda. And I'll take off into the woods. Like, I'm not gonna just stand around and wait to get, hurricaned.
So as you start to move inland, you see that the beautiful tropical trees that are around, they're becoming highly drenched with this downpour, and they're being tossed about by the wind. And as the sky begins to darken, and even from this distance, you can see the orange yellow tinging light of what looks to be some type of lava flow coming from the eastern shore. So it seems to be like an active volcano-ish type area. Again, looking around as you're moving further in, you do see that when you look behind you out into the ocean, you did see what seems to be a reef a good 1/4 mile separate from the shore proper, which was where all those weeds were moving around. And there was a rocky path that varies between 5 and 10 feet wide. And this path goes off and is elevated about 10 feet above the sea surface. The waves, though violent, do not reach it. Think of it as a natural pier.
Oh. Well, shit. I said I went inland. Oops.
Is there any does it looking like there's anything around where like there's shelter, like a cave or something like that?
You do not see any type of shelter that is apparent. No caves or anything like that. No outcroppings. The only solace that you could find now would be in the trees.
Well, that's the only solace we can find.
Yeah, move to the trees, I guess.
Onward.
Yep.
All right. So you don't get very far into the tree line. And I would wish everyone to make perception rolls, which would be, let me get...
Is that awareness?
Yes, awareness and with... That's so many different systems running through my head. Nope, perception is just a straight roll. Perception.
Oh, just perception.
You do perception and awareness.
Okay.
If this involves spirits, I have something that automatically activates.
Oh?
Yes. I have Uncanny Perception Technique. Whenever an immaterial spirit is nearby, EA hears the faint sound of cracking ice enough to know when to activate Spirit Detecting Glance. He gains +3 dice to Perception plus Awareness roll to detect spirits.
I have the
then
same thing.
You can add those +3 die.
All right.
Three successes.
So the part of it was we know whether or not we should activate our spirit detecting glance, which allows us to see immaterial spirits. Do we know to activate that?
Yes, yeah, you would know. You see like a mote of wispy smoke.
All right, I will commit the 3 motes and activate my spirit detecting glance so that I may see immaterial spirits for the rest of the scene.
I will also do that. But you said that the DC was
7.
7. Okay. Oh boy.
7 or higher.
In that case,
I got 4 successes.
5, 6,
3
7,
successes.
9, 10. I have 10 successes.
Jesus.
I got 6 successes.
I rolled 3 10s, so
I mean, that's pretty normal for Exalted.
Yeah,
Wow.
I love it.
Also, stupid question. Where are motes on our sheet?
Motes are underneath your essence. So on your character sheet, you have
Personal and
see.
peripheral.
yes, personal and peripheral. Your personal motes.
Oh, that's right. We went over this. Haha.
Yeah, your personal ones are the ones that you hold in reserve. So those you don't want to use those. Your peripherals you want to use first.
Okay. Awesome. So I have. Okay. Thank you.
Anytime you run out of motes, the peripheral are the ones to recharge first. So even if you blew through all of your peripheral and your peripheral will recharge first before your personal. Different charms and different powers you have may require specific motes, but usually it's just peripheral. Excuse me. So the two of you that used your awesome spirit sensing powers, you see this wispy mote of smoke that at first you don't see, but as you activate your powers, it becomes more apparent. And then that small mote that kind of floats around has a dim red color, then splits off into 2. And the 2 kind of float around as if it were eyes. And it isn't until this emanation fully emerges from its unknown realm that the rest of you are able to see it. It is the shape, color, and ferocity of a large wolf. Its deep red eyes staring at you menacingly. Like a black omen dog.
Fire Orchid draws her sword and tells everyone, "Get behind me."
Go into hiding.
There's also an entity, though, I thought you should be aware of.
Immediately once the swords are drawn and stances are taken, this emanation looks at, I'm just going to say your second name because I don't want to mess up the first. Call you Selak. Selak and Mirror Flag. And it opens its mouth. And you just hear this wispy voice crackle out. "Turn back now. This place is not for you."
I'd say just back to the spirit. We have nowhere else to go.
Does it, like, once it delivers that message, does it seem like it's sticking around, like it's blocking our path? Like, what's it doing after it says that?
It blocks your path in a sense. But Mirror Flag, you have some feeling that it is trying to avoid you.
So I'm not sure what this thing is. I just know it's a spirit of some sort. Mirror Flag has the anima power of diplomatic immunity when treating with enemies of creation. So as long as I approach a legitimate business, they may not attack me or my companions without just cause. So I will approach this spirit and just be like, this one asks that one be more specific.
It opens its mouth again. A slow growl comes out. And then that crackled voice yet again. You are not meant to be here. You must leave. Only when you have met him can you leave.
This one wonders, who is him?
He is the owner of this place.
Where can this one find him?
Look to the volcano. He slumbers there.
This one thanks that one and wishes it a good day. And Mirror Flag will turn around and walk over to the rest of their companions. This one has decided that the proper course of action is the volcano. Come, follow this one. And I'll just start walking towards the volcano.
As you turn and start walking away, that wolfly emanation again goes up in smoke. The two red orbs floating around, two becoming one again. And then it disappears.
Sheath sword, follow Mirror Flag.
Never fought a volcano before.
Don't be silly. It will be someone inside the volcano you'll have to fight.
The floor
I
is
can-
lava.
I can trust this person. I think they see spirits as well, and anyone who can see spirits is all right in my book. Scroll.
As you start to make your way from where you were towards what you believe to be the volcano based on the light, you do come across a path. And as you walk across that path, it seems to connect to a beach. And this beach is beautiful in its ugliness. It has coarse black volcanic sand. It's broken by jagged basalt spires like teeth set in a lower jaw, angled backwards towards the island, almost as if this was the gaping maw of some type of creature in the ocean. The beach itself is, I don't know, a mile and a half, and it seems to continue on and slope upward into the forest's interior. Do you continue on?
Fire Orchid will let all of our spirit sensey people sense for more spirits before continuing on.
I have complete faith in my ability to sense the spirits, and I know that as long as I do no harm will come upon me. So By this point, actually, Mirror Flag has taken out some of their daggers, and they're just juggling them as they walk.
I'm
Okay.
watching in fascination. Also trusting my spirit sight.
So with your guys' not fire sight.
Out of curiosity, what is Mirror Flag's throne ability at?
It's only a 2, but my daggers give me bonuses.
Okay.
And then the way range combat works is you get a aiming or like an accuracy bonus for your weapon that you add to your rolls. And these knives have a pretty good bonus.
Okay. Fakakun will just kind of watch Mirror Flag juggle and be like, not bad.
As you continue up the beach and it turns more inland, as I said before, you see off to your, I don't know, a good 100 feet away, just off of the shore's edge, a fairly attractive looking woman carrying a fishing rod. Seems that she has caught a couple of fish for the day.
Hello.
I would like to calmly separate from the group to take a stealth position just in case something does go down. I am much more comfortable hiding and not interacting with the things that are coming at us.
Mirror Flag and Selak, you notice immediately that this person well, I shouldn't say not what they appear to be, more than they appear to be. Your spirit sensors going off.
Once
Oh, go ahead.
just kind of dragging Salak by the arm up to this fisherwoman. This one and that one bid you greetings, and hope that you've had luck on your endeavors so far.
As soon as you begin to speak, she looks up at you almost surprised, like she wasn't expecting anyone anywhere to be here. She goes, "Oh, you've caught me off guard."
Now,
Princess-
we mean no harm.
Well, I know this. I know what princes of the earth are capable of. But what is your purpose here?
We are unsure.
Oh,
We woke up here.
These ones have seemed to have forgotten their memories.
and you have not?
This one as well.
Well, it's unfortunate.
Clarification. Like, we remember who we are, just not how we got here, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Will you be staying here long?
This one does not know.
We
We've received guidance to seek the man in the mountain.
The man in the mountain? Who told you that?
a spirit made of smoke and 2 orbs.
The wolf spirit of the forest.
When you say the spirit of smoke and eyes, she kind of like looks up. I don't know anything of that. And then as soon as you say the wolf spirit, oh yeah, that thing. Yeah, the wolf emanation seems to be a facet of the demon. Seems to be bound against itself to prevent anyone from trying to free it.
Did you say it needs freed?
Oh, the demon?
The wolf.
Oh no, the wolf is trying to prevent anyone from freeing it.
Ah. Is this a good demon or a bad demon, do you know?
Well, demons are neither good nor bad, they only act on their instinct. A toad demon only lives for corruption, but that is all it knows. It is neither good nor bad.
Ah, let me rephrase. Would it do harm to those around it should we free it?
Oh, but of course.
Go for it.
Are you all right, child?
I'll step out kind of from behind the tree that I was trying to hide behind and be like, I'm sorry. I feel like we've missed a very obvious question for you, so I'm sorry if this seems like going backwards. Where are we?
This place? The easiest way to describe it would be a prison. A prison for a dreaming demon.
I looked at every one of them. I asked if we were prisoners.
Well, it's a prison. We're not exactly prisoners.
Who lives?
This one
in
has done
prisons?
nothing wrong.
We could be here to see someone, like a visit.
Ah.
We could be bringing them a cake or something.
Good fisherman. Is it visitation day at the demon prison?
Oh, you wish to go see it?
Not really. Unless you can hit it with a sword.
Something brought us here. All of us. We don't know what did or why, but if this place holds one specific purpose, then one must assume that that is why we were brought here.
I agree. We were brought here for a reason, and this is probably that reason.
Whether it's to free this demon, or to finally slay it, or some third option we can't comprehend currently, I don't know.
Are you not able to use your solar magic somehow to leave this place?
If this island has an elbow joint, I could throw a knife at it really well.
Well, I assume that you don't want to stay here forever.
No, I have things to do.
This one would like to go back home.
Well, the only way that you can get out of the dream is to rouse the demon.
There we go.
Demon not asleep, no dream to be had.
So has anybody wanted to rouse the demon before?
Not since I've been here.
How long have you been here?
Oh, longer than I wish to admit.
Like a week?
Like 200 years.
Oh, yeah, definitely not a week.
To be fair, 200 years is made up of many weeks, so you are technically correct.
Are you also an exalted one?
Me? Oh, no. I am... Oh, let's call myself the prison's warden.
Oh, so you could take us to it. To the
Well... No.
demon. Oh.
Am I to assume that the warden of this prison doesn't want us messing with the demon?
It's not that I don't want you to mess with the demon. Because by all accounts, if you do raise the demon, then I can leave this place. But I don't know if you can. And I wouldn't wish to stir things up.
How hard can it be? Some bacon, some eggs?
Is the fishing good here?
It is.
I don't know. There's really good fishing, and, we could get some bacon and eggs. Might not be a bad place to hang out for a good 200 years. Could use a break. I'm smashing things with swords. Actually, I'm compelled to smash things with swords.
That one clearly does not have imagination. This one would get bored quite quickly here.
I mean...
What was your name? Looking at Volker. Or Volfer.
Oh, Volfer.
Ah, Volfer. I have no interest in being here for 200 years. I have a great mission before me.
I also have things to do back home. Thank you for your time. I think we should probably go investigate this demon.
Well, I will leave you with this information. Consider it a gift, since this is your first time here.
But I didn't get you anything.
That's quite alright. The fish are plenty. If you do plan on rousing the demon and then dispatching with him, you're probably not that strong enough yet. However, I do know of an armory. And this armory does hold many mystical treasures.
Does it have big swords?
Oh, yes.
I like this.
This raises many more questions. Why would there be an armory in a dreaming prison? Who built the armory? Who stocked the armory? Who guards the armory?
Who put the demon
I care for a history lesson.
How does the armory?
Idiot.
Looking at Volfer, that one's words mirror its mind.
I do not know who guards the armory, but I can tell you that the weapons and treasures that are left inside were put there by the original people who enslaved this demon and put it to sleep.
While we are talking, Selak will look at any nets that she's been using for fishing and just while we're chatting, work on mending them as a thank you for her help.
Okay. Anything else?
No, you've been quite helpful.
Well, if you do seek the armory, she turns back to the beach that she had just come from, the beach's edge.
Mm-hmm.
She says, "Do you see that reef?" She points out to the ocean, the one that you had seen earlier.
Yeah.
It's down there.
At the end of the pier?
Well, beyond the pier.
Like in the water?
Just beyond that reef is a trench. And in that trench, you will find what you were looking for.
And how does that one suppose these ones breathe? This one was born without gills.
Well, I have no idea.
Mirror flag, may I teach you a technique we've learned in the circus?
I did not realize that one could hold their breath for so long. Surely that one will go first and let us know how deep it is. If that one does not come back, then no loss.
Yes. As with most things that I've been involved with, I'll handle it.
Perfect. This one would not want to get their hands dirty.
I'll just kind of... Yeah.
If you all do not believe what I say, I bid you please seek out the other spirit on the island and ask them.
Oh, this one believes that one, but this one remains unsure as to how to dive deep down.
I'm sure you will find a way.
Well, thank you, kind fisherman.
You're welcome.
I'll look around to the rest of the group. Anyone else?
If there were a raft or boat, I am experienced in sailing. Should we need to go further than the pier?
Looking at Fakakun, I believe that one volunteered to go first.
I was giving everyone else an opportunity to speak with the fine fisherman before we left, Mirror Flag. Or can you not see through the mask what I was doing?
All right.
Fire Orchid is just gonna start walking to the end of the pier. Not off the pier, but she just wants to be at the end of the pier.
I don't know what these two. I kind of want to walk off the pier.
As you say, can you not
I
see
mean,
through
you
the
do
mask?
you. I won't stop you.
The mask that was kind of like this very like operatic Greek comedy mask with the big smile turns into more of this cold black iron mask, and it's kind of like this. It slowly melts like wax dripping down the mask, and the eye holes become non-existent. They come covered over, and the face, instead of the happy comedy face, is there's no mouth. It's the barest of details that you let you know that's barely a face. It's a death mask, and the dripping of the wax like effect follows down the cape, which turns into this deep crimson red, and the breastplate armor that was once kind of this bronzish, neutralish color just turns it turns cold iron as well, with like these flecks of crimson in it. And the voice changes as well to match as the melting finishes goes down the breastplate and finishes down to the very bottoms. It is grateful that mirrors only mirror appearance as opposed to what is inside, is it not? And then just turn and walk away.
Wow.
A leopard that can change her spots. Interesting. And I'll follow behind as well. And that was badass, Patty. That was dope. That was... Fakakun will not show it, but Steve will tell you that was badass.
So are you going to move to the pier and onto the reef?
I think we will all finally take your hook and go to the reef.
You don't have to.
No. We're gonna go.
We're gonna go to the reef.
I guess we could just like play cards in character for a couple hours.
To be fair, we should just go dive into the volcano and jump to the last scene, I guess. Hey, demon! Just poke it in the eye with a stick. Wake up! Wake
Hey,
up!
demons, it's your boy.
Awesome.
As they're heading out, Salak will just nod to the warden and say thank you for your assistance. And out of character, was this girl, guy, non-binary?
Non-binary.
Thank you, sibling, for your assistance. I hope you don't make yourself scarce.
I'll be here. Waiting.
out of character. Steve just had like a 75 thought connection thing that we'll loop back around to. If it's a dream prison and the warden is here, is that the demon? Because you dream, capture yourself in a dream. So the warden who's holding the... oh my god. All right.
I will allow this. I will allow you to use your Steve-like abilities in this game. Roll sense motive.
Really? Oh my. Let me look at my character sheet. Okay. So is that going to be a... let's see. Would you allow wits plus... what are the...
Yeah, what is the roll for sense motive?
I don't see empathy on here. Integrity is probably
Socialize?
not... oh, larceny, maybe? Was that to lie and tell lies? Or to lie and pick up on lies? Or...
Yeah, it's a lie.
Yeah, that's more to lie.
okay.
Socialize?
I can do socialize.
Socialize? Okay. So wits is 5. And socialize is 1. Do I have any anima that helps me with this? Throw, stealth, athletics, dodge.
What are your
I have excellency in socialize, which applies to guile. Could that help me in some way?
no, because you're rolling against their guile. Guile would be to lie.
Oh, really? CD.
Or be untruthful.
Okay, I'll just... okay. Alright. Seven, 9. 2 successes.
It's good enough. So yeah, as you're walking away and you're rolling this through your head, like, okay, warden, go into the armory, then the warden knows where the armory is. And then in that split second, you're like, wait, we're in a dreamscape. Is this really, what do you need a warden for a dream? And as you turn around, she's still watching you as you're going off. She's just standing there with her fishing pole. And as you turn around and, like, you know that she was lying. She's like, is there a problem?
Enjoy the fish.
I will.
And I will scurry back over to the rest of the group. Who do I want to go to? Volfer looks like... Volfer, what do you look like? What does everyone look like really quick? Like, Patty has done a really good description of his character. But what is everyone kind of appearance-wise?
So Fire Orchid is tall, very muscular, athletic woman. She looks a little bit older. She's used to have bright red hair. It's obviously started to get platinum streaks. And if we poured it over with all of our weapons and armor, she is wearing bright red plate mail and has a sword that has obviously seen a lot of use.
Volfer, with his weathered face, broad shoulders, bare chest, bronze skin, and wild hair. Volfer is the picture of an undisciplined and self-trained fighter. He bears a tattoo across his back that reads, "Invulnerable and invincible."
Yeah.
I didn't quite catch that. Can you go over all that again?
Yeah, with his weathered face,
God damn
broad
it, no.
shoulders, bare chest, bronze skin, and wild hair, Volfer is a picture of an undisciplined and self-trained fighter. He bears a tattoo across his back that reads, "Invulnerable and invincible."
I'm sorry. Can you repeat?
No.
I'm just kidding.
Endeavor, what does Salak look like?
Oh my god. Okay, I'm good. It was the voice that got me, really. So, EA Silak is tall, thin, and good-looking with long, straight black hair. He wears heavy clothing of oilskin and whale hide. The weapon that he normally carries, which brings me to a question: did we wake up without our weapons or with?
You have your weapons.
Okay. He carries a harpoon at all times, and also the accoutrements of someone who knows medicine.
Interesting. And we know Mirror Flag pretty extensively now. Okay, with those descriptions kind of just going off of like initial kind of like how people look and poise and hold themselves, since we don't really know each other super well right now, I'm actually going to run up to Fire Orchid. She seems like she has a lot of experience and maybe some insight to bring to this. I'll kind of like walk up to her very, quietly and just sort of tap her on like the hip, basically, because she's so tall and I'm so short. Just tink, tink, tink.
Yes.
And I wave her down. The fisherman was lying. This is most likely a trap and we will all die.
Good to know.
I don't know who to trust here. That mirror flag seems questionable. Volfer seems good if we need to run through a wall. And I can't get much of a read on Salak.
So the trap is at the end of the pier.
My assumption, yes. I just know that person was not forthcoming with us. Why a warden for a dreamscape prison? Why an armory? All of those questions did not have answers for. That likely is just an extension of the consciousness of the demon.
A solid assumption. Well, do we trigger the trap at the end of the pier, or do we turn back and go deeper into whatever is of this island?
I leave it to you. You seem like you know some military. You seem like a strong military leader. You carry yourself in that fashion, and you have the armor and the nice sword that.
Oh, thank you.
It looks like you have some nicks in the scabbard.
Family heirlooms.
Ah.
You are correct that I do have military training, but I also don't have an army.
I look at the 4 exalts. You don't?
I suppose I do have a small army. That depends on how well they are at taking orders, which I'm suspecting not well.
I only wish to survive and get off this island. As long as your order doesn't put me in immediate direct danger, I'll follow. Let me rephrase that. Let me rephrase that. Danger I'm not afraid of. Certain death would be my hard line. Other than that, I'll help any way I can.
So noted. So I suppose maybe halfway down the pier at this point?
Yeah, wherever you want to be at this point.
Yeah, so stop walking, and then just do a circle up gesture with her red gauntleted hand.
Yes.
And after you do that,
Boy, why are we taking so long to progress? What is it? Spit it out.
this gentle being has surmised that we might be walking into a trap should we reach the end of this pier.
We're going off the basis of that one.
Do you have a better basis to go off of?
The best way to spring a trap.
I'm willing to listen to why.
I wait with bated breath, Volfar, how you finish that sentence.
No, I was asking a question. Do you know how to spring the trap?
I
The
do.
dog.
You hear a silent shuffle from behind you, and then the voice of the woman says, "I'm here now."
The
the-
fisherman?
Yes.
Where did you come from?
Well, I saw you made the... Like, come over here.
God damn it.
Okay, so still using my anima power of diplomatic immunity with treating with enemies of creation, I will just point blank at in this mode, mirror flags in, just point blank. So, you send us to a trap. Why is that?
I didn't send you to a trap. I told you I didn't know what was in there.
You have not told us the truth. What is it?
Truth? You mean about what I said earlier?
Speak plainly.
So you caught on to that, huh? Okay, I'm not really the warden. I'm just a god. And I got stuck here.
Like an actual god?
Well, I was once a river god. I'm not now because I'm stuck here.
What are you a god of now?
Fishing. I'm good at fishing.
Wait, you're good
Does
at
that make
fishing, or you're the
sense for a
god of
person?
fishing?
Well, I mean, considering I'm the only one that fishes around here, I guess I am the god of fishing.
What if
Hard to argue with that logic.
somebody else fished?
Can I take my rope, tie one of my daggers to it, look
Thank you,
over the
Steve.
pier, and just scorpion throw it through a fish and pull it up?
Make an attack roll.
I don't know
First
why I'm
attack roll of the Jumpstart, and this is what we're doing.
I don't know why
Make-
I'm turning her into such a little brat.
Make an attack roll using your
I love
dice
it.
pool of your dagger thrown at close range.
Close range. Jesus, mother of God. Against a fish? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
What if she spies a fish at distance?
I would specifically wait for it to be close. So that I can.
You can hit it with everything you got.
Dice pool is 14 for this throw. Jesus, mother of God. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 successes.
So you were... It's like a glint in your eye. You have that moment where the camera pans and you get that ching, and then you go... Phew! And then real quick, the rope gets real taut real fast. It jiggles. And as you pull it back, you just stare on as you pull it back, and then you catch the fish in hand as it flies out of the water.
I just have it speared through, like, through the body. And it's just kind of flopping on the edge of my dagger, which is again tied. I just stare at the god of fishing.
Dinner. Excellent.
She goes, She pulls off her fishing rod, casts out. As soon as it hits the water, she starts to reel it in. And you can see that the arc of this fishing rod is almost bent at 180-degree angle as she's leaning back. And she pulls up this huge marlin-type looking fish.
I want to be such an asshole right now. I really, really want to be an asshole right now.
Wow, very good. You've proven that you have bigger fish than other fish. Very
All
nice.
right. If we're done measuring our fishes, we'd like to spring a trap or find out the truth. Or fight a demon.
Hold on.
I mean, I told you the truth.
No, you lied by omission. Look, if you're a god...
I lied about being the warden, but I didn't. I mean, there you go.
But why would we trust you if you're lying about something as simple as that? You're a god and you're stuck in a demon dreamscape, is your claim
You haven't
now.
seen anyone for 200 years. You don't introduce yourself as the god of fishing.
Why not?
Yes, why not?
Because that's ridiculous.
You're looking at 5 exalts. Why would we not believe that?
You're looking at 4. Volfer's walking towards the end of the pier.
I'll scan around. You're looking at 4 exalts and 1 dumbass.
Oh, fuck you.
This will be no great loss. Someone must spring. It will be Volfar.
Fire Orchid just rolls her eyes like, he's going to need backup, and she'll start following Volfer.
Just keep heading east.
Wait,
I will take
don't
the
even-
fish.
Would you like to prepare us a little bit more than just spring trap?
yes, please.
You want me to go with you?
If you would not mind, sibling.
Okay.
Can I make one more kind of like... do I trust this person, like, just by their vibe at this point? Like, they've lied...
Based on the roll that you already made, no, you don't trust them.
No, I don't want you here.
Okay. I'll wait here.
Okay. I'll take the fish off my dagger. Here. Do something with that. And I'll just drop the fish at their feet. And wrap up my rope and dagger. And,
She sits down on the beach as the two of you have already gone off towards the pier, or onto the pier. She lights up a little pipe, one of those long pipes. Begins to smoke it.
okay.
This is a form of entertainment for you, is it not? How many others before us have you sent to do that?
I told you I would come with you. You're for being exalts, you're very confusing.
I refuse to be your entertainment. But I will follow Volfar and Orchid.
Well, thank you for the offer. I must respect the wishes of the ones that I found myself awoken next to. Not that I quite object. Finding out that you lied by omission is rather disappointing, but I will still respect you as sibling. Enjoy your pipe.
Thank you.
And Silak will go off to everyone else.
So you guys continue to walk across this pier, and then you get to the end. You see the not 10 feet out from the edge of the pier is what you can see as the reef's edge, and then the water begins to get darker and darker. The supposed trench that this being was speaking about.
I'm just really curious what Volkar does as the first person to the edge of the pier.
Nothing jumps out at him. It's not going to do anything.
Waves hit up against the rocks.
Boo! Boo! Dive in!
Kind of like swipes at the waves as they come in with the sword. Like, I thought there was going to be a trap or a monster or something.
Nothing.
Dock sucks.
You hear the sounds of the ocean.
It's beautiful.
Sea spray
No.
on your face.
Just kind of like,
So, Fire Orchid, I assume if she's got her supplies, she's probably got like some iron rations, so she just pulls out like a hardtack biscuit, and will just throw it off the pier.
It bobs for a second and then sinks.
That doesn't seem right.
1,000, 1,002, 1,003.
And you can only see it for a couple of seconds as it goes into that deep, dark abyss.
I would like to throw my harpoon in. Not like, buy harpoon, but like,
I don't need this.
dude, just gonna yeet my harpoon, the whole thing. No, like do the thing with the harpoon that the harpoons do. And see how far it goes, if it hits anything.
All right, so you're just gonna throw it out.
Imagine it's more like a drop, right?
Yeah.
It's like, bloop, hold rope, let rope go through hands until get to end of rope.
Okay. I'm not gonna make you roll, just to kind of like toss it a little bit. So you have this harpoon tied to the end of the rope, and you toss it out. It goes down for maybe 5 seconds. And then you feel that the rope is very loose, as if the harpoon had hit the ground, or the bottom, whatever you believe it's to be.
Oh. Well, can you tie this off to the pier and gives us a line?
I can. And so I'll go ahead and do that.
Yeah, there's a couple of rocks jutting out from the edge. You could easily tie it on.
Okay. I look at Volker. Were you planning on going first, or are you going to make me live up to my bravado with mirror flag?
I'm
You first.
I'm familiar with water. I can go.
Oh.
Surprise, suddenly no one wants to go first.
They're literally offering.
A lot
Yes,
of
I'm-
standing around and talking, not a lot of doing.
I jump in.
You are familiar with water.
Yes, yay, so like... Yes.
You know what water is.
I do. Water is this stuff that you use to clean off the germs.
Hashtag
hydrogen
familiar with
rocks.
water.
Bellies.
You know it gets you wet, and you can drink it.
Yeah. Oh,
It
yeah.
can
You can
exist
drink
in
that.
3
I forgot.
states, but not
So-
simultaneously.
There is a cycle it goes through.
Yes, there is a cycle goes through. So as you jump in, you get that initial like cold feeling of water, first hitting your body, and then it kind of warms up because you're immersed. Did you hold your breath?
I thought I'd just like take a big inhalation because everyone knows you can breathe water. No, yes, I'm gonna hold my breath.
So as soon as you're full, when you jump in and your initial body goes underwater, you're waiting for the salt of the sea to buoyant you back up, but it doesn't. And you just start sinking. And sinking. And sinking. And sinking.
And I would like to specify that I would like to have had the rope in hand, by the way. Do I, when sinking, does it feel like that atmospheric crush that happens when water gets
Not at all.
deeper? Interesting.
Your clothing billows, and you feel the pull of waves and like undertow. But you don't feel this crushing feeling that you would if you were going into the depths.
No buoyancy. No atmospheric pressure.
Deeper. Deeper. 5 seconds has gone by.
And I'm not at my harpoon.
No.
I'm gonna start pulling myself up with by the rope.
It is actually very easy. There is almost no resistance.
So when I get back up there, if I get back up there, I'm gonna do something real stupid. And I'm going to lean off the pier and stick my face in the water and not hold my breath. But when I get back up there and I'm on the pier, I'm going to see if the water is not, in fact, water.
All right, so you are easily able to get back to the top. You get back onto the pier. You don't even look wet. Like water drips from you, but your clothes are dry. And then you stick your face into the water. You get that initial cold feeling again, and then warmth. And you were going to try and breathe?
I did say I was going to do something stupid.
Just open your mouth and see if water comes in.
Are you gonna tell the rest of us your plan?
Okay, so this is how I'm gonna do that. I come back up. So, it doesn't act like water. I'm going to do something stupid. If I start choking, pull me up and help me breathe.
Okay, Fire Orchid will put a hand on your shoulder, just ready to shock.
So your face goes in. You take a big breath. You taste salt. And that's all.
So I'm breathing unlabored, like
Unlabored. Nothing seems wrong.
I'm sitting there with my face still in the water.
You don't even feel water going into your mouth.
So I'm sitting there with my face still in the water, and I'm going to feign that I have stopped breathing. Because I'm an ass.
Okay.
Oh no! Pull your head out of the water.
That's
Like,
entirely
start, like-
breathable down there.
What?
Yeah. Just tastes like salt.
Pushes you in.
Now, at that point, you didn't have your hand on the rope.
No. Oh no. Wait, it has no buoyancy. Goes down, I guess.
You go down.
Did Salak say that was breathable?
I think so.
And because a Fire Orchid is not a total ass, she will follow.
Cannonball.
So it's just me and Mirror Flag still on the pier.
Before he sinks
It does not surprise me that it's just you and I. Although I might not appreciate some of the things you do, at least you are smarter than the rest.
I look up at Mirror Flag. Perhaps you're not quite the dumbest one either.
And as you say that, the melting wax effect reverses, and I go back to my it's purple cape, the comedy mask, and the kind of just basic bronzish armor. Mm-hmm. This one abides.
Shall
I'm
we?
imagining your character in a bathrobe.
Shall we?
That one did say they would go first.
I'll just kind of, looking at Mirror Flag, walk backwards up to the edge of the pier.
And right as you're about to, I just kind of grab you, pull you forward, and I go down.
Just kind of standing there, just like, what a dick.
Right before I hit the water, you just hear, that one is too slow.
Give a little shocked blink, and then, and I'll fall backwards into the water.
All right, so all of you are in. What?
Total party.
I
Death.
don't like the sound of that.
Seems
Okay,
like-
well, this jump start's over, guys. Good job.
All right.
Good fun. It's been great.
Give me the story of the. No, never mind.
As you're all descending, again, since this is new to all of you, you see the billowing of your clothing. You can feel the pull at sometimes of the waves in the undertow, and even your movements are, you have that slow motion-y type feel. Everything moves a little slower, when you're underwater.
Mm-hmm.
And you descend for what feels to be about 10 seconds, and you land on a sandbar. With the
Is it like
actual,
a harsh landing, or is it kind of like a
no,
floaty?
it's one of those. Poof.
Okay.
Are we still underwater?
You are underwater, and not 10 or 15 feet ahead of you is like the edge of where this trench is.
We try
Go
to
hunt down my
breathe.
harpoon.
What happens?
You taste salt.
But otherwise, we like breathe normally.
Yep.
This one is happy to see that this did not lead to death.
Does that come out?
Nope. It comes out like normal speech.
Are you serious?
Fire
No,
Orchid,
he's lying.
Should have a picnic down here. That'd be kind of fun.
Fire Orchid will sort of like rotate her shoulders and like wave her arms around and like, is there any sense of, like water resistance?
Not that you would imagine. You do move slower, but you don't feel any resistance.
Okay.
Everyone can make. Actually, no. I'm not gonna let you make a roll. I'm gonna leave you in suspense.
Oh no!
What?
Does anyone have like a shield?
A big sword.
Yeah, I do not have a shield, just a giant fuck off sword.
Okay.
I'm gonna go hunt down my harpoon that I dropped down there. Here.
Yeah, it's like 5 feet over there.
Can I?
Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, can I untie the rope from my harpoon, but find something to tie it to down here, so we have something to go back up?
There's a couple of like smaller rocks, maybe a kelp plant that you could try and tie it onto.
Tie it to a fish.
Because that won't go wrong.
No.
I'm going to tie it
That'd be a
to.
very mad fish.
I'm going to tie it to a rock, and then I'm going to tie that around the plant.
Okay.
I'll walk over to Volfar. Has that one heard of the game Ball Hit?
Ball hit. Is that the one where you hit the ball?
Yes. And I'll pull out one of my juggling knives and just kind of, flip it between my fingers. And I'm going to throw it not to hit Volfar, but to like throw it like where you would throw like a baseball pitch. And just see, I want to see if there's any resistance against the knife or if it travels normally.
All right, so you throw it, and it still has that slow motion effect.
Is it enough to where like I could run and intercept it?
No, because you two move in.
Okay.
You have that slow motion move.
Oh.
However, when this stone hits Volfer, you take the full damage.
Oh.
Well, I was hoping he'd get a chance to hit it with his fuck off sword,
He just
like
kinda put it up
like in hit ball.
Yeah, okay, wow. So it flies at slower speed but still does all the damage, you
Full
said?
damage.
Yes.
All right, interesting.
It seems like the waters have the effect of water. At least what this person believes the effect of water is.
Interesting.
Or as close to water.
This one feels prepared in the event that this inevitable trap is sprung and chaos ensues.
All right.
I just wish to confirm that if a trap does occur, I'm trained to deal with that.
This is good.
It's excellent. If I see a trap, I will throw you in it.
Perfect.
For the first time since you've known them, Mirror Flag laughs. It's kind of like this dainty, like, just kind of like a. This one is amused.
I want to hear Patty laugh like this more often. So you guys are underwater on this sandbar.
Looking at the edge of the abyss, right?
Yeah.
Do we have to Ed Harris this from the abyss?
You can do whatever you want. You could try and climb down. You could jump down.
I look back. Oh, go ahead.
I'm gonna get out another hardtack biscuit and throw it into the abyss.
It drops even slower than it did when you threw it into the ocean originally. And it just goes down and down.
That's useful information that I'm not entirely sure how to interpret.
You do see lights. I mean, actually, yeah. Now that I think about it, it is similar to when Ed Harris was standing at the edge of this precipice. You do see lights.
Oh, jeez.
Oh.
Okay.
Not
Shit.
good.
Not those kind of lights.
Aliens.
And you're not that far down yet. But there are. You see very distant lights. You can't tell if it's. I mean, you have seen. You know what bioluminescence is and stuff like that. And you're not sure what this could be, but there is some type of strange light. Seems to glint in some ways.
And this is down
In
in
some
the
places.
trench.
Why does the music keep muting?
Do you have it on loop? It might stop. Get to the end and stop playing.
It is.
Hot Dog Wizard had a brilliant idea.
Oh?
So one of Selak Amu's talents lie in lore and occult. Could I possibly roll something like that to interpret the lights?
Sure. Yeah, you can try.
You can try. Oh god. Okay, so I'm assuming intelligence plus one of those things.
Intelligence plus one of those things.
I don't
Yes.
know. What would you like from me, almighty
investigation?
storyteller? Oh. No, I don't have any investigation.
How about lore?
That I have.
Try intelligence and lore.
I also have 5 dots in occult, so just thought I'd put that out there.
Oh, or occult. There you go.
This is nice music.
Yeah, totally fun.
Oh, no, I don't want you. I want that one. Okay. Here we go. Love that sound. And that was at a difficulty of 7?
Sevens or higher are successes.
Okay. In
Tens
that
count as 2.
case, in that case, I have an 8 and a 10, which is 3 successes.
Awesome, because that's what you needed. This is something that you've never encountered before. So much like what I had said earlier, this water, this ocean, it is a dream. You've already been told that it is a dream. Things do not function as they normally would in the real world.
Freaking dreams.
As far as the lights go, based on what the individual on shore had told you, there is supposed to be an armory down here. Based on the depth of what you're guessing, and the fact that you are next to a volcanic, whatever that word is, island?
Volcanic.
Volcanic, there you go. Volcanic island. These could be maybe some type of like sulfuric fumaroles coming out of the ground.
Whoa.
So,
Could be,
friends,
thermal vents of some type.
this is something I've never seen before. However, I would gather that due to this being a volcanic island, it might be some thermal vents of some sort emitting some sort of gas that glows.
What? Is it possible that we're being sent to the demon to free it, which is what the Fisher person wants? I don't know. Anyway, we should just go down there and see what's up.
I agree.
This is our
There's
only
something
lead.
else to do.
This is our only lead so far, and I am ready to leave this place.
Just steps off the edge then.
And you start to fall.
Step and do a shooting star press off the precipice down into the abyss.
And you too begin to sink, begin to fall.
Yeah, Fire Orchid just marches off the edge.
I see if
Weird
maybe
falls.
I can slide down it and slide down the edge instead of just jumping off. I want to...
It's not at a full angle to where it's like a slide, but you could somehow do it.
Okay.
Kind of let your hand glide along the side of the wall in case you want to stop yourself.
Yeah.
Mirror Flag, their entire body kind of flip their armor, their cape, and their mask all kind of flip between several different masks, armor, and cape combinations, almost like flipping, panels on a like on a toy or something, and eventually it kind of just settles back on the same one, and then they jump as well.
And all of you sink for what seems to be hours, maybe days. And you land within an impressive, dense kelp forest. And you see shattered ruins of a green bronze temple surrounded by thermal vents that light the ocean floor with a dull orange glow, even as they pump sulfuric smoke upward. But before you can go into this kelp forest and into these ruins, we're going to take a 10-minute break because it's a little bit past the half.
No!
What? Ah, you bastard.
And yeah, Sean, totally agree with you. I'm getting some flashbacks.
Yeah, just not. Yeah, where's my cheat codes that?
This is delightfully kind of creepy and interesting. I was not expecting the abyss.
Well, you are in a demon's dream.
Yeah, was not expecting that
Aw,
either.
shit. Are we gonna fight abyssals? We're gonna fight abyssals, aren't we?
Oh.
Somehow, deep ones have made their way into an Exalted game.
Oh, damn it!
All right, we will be back at approximately 10:55. Stick around, everybody, for the Demon's Dream Abyss.
And we are back here with the Tomb of Dreams Exalted 3rd edition Jumpstart. And our heroes have just jumped into the abyssal trench where they have landed amidst a greened bronze temple scape surrounded by those said thermal vents billowing some nasty gases up into the sea. And you see more columns of rocks rise around this, what you believe to be a temple. And some of these columns are carved with strange pre-human language, ones that you're just unable to discern. You see that some of these columns have fallen onto the ocean floor. Some of them are balanced on other pillars. Mixed in with the high kelp plants, this is a literal maze. You know the general direction of where you need to go. You saw this temple, the armory, so to say, as you were descending. But now that you're on the ground and you have these high kelp fields and this immense, what you could only describe as a battlefield long lost ahead of you.
So, is the kelp like obscuring like our vision? Is it like we're in a forest of kelp?
Yeah, it's like a forest of kelp.
Interesting. So we can't really see where we're going?
Nope.
Is it possible to cut through the kelp?
It is possible to cut through the kelp.
I say, hold on. I can scout out for us. And I kind of reach out and I kind of tug on the kelp a little bit. Does it act like normal kelp? Like, is it flimsy?
Yeah, it's just kind of...
And it just kind of... Okay. So I just kind
It's just tall.
So how tall?
8 feet.
Perfect. I will activate one of my charms.
A charm, you say?
Yes. I said, let me get a lay of the land. Let me get a lay of the land for us. And I'll activate one of my charms, and I'm activating Graceful Crane Stance. It's 3 motes, and I now have perfect balance and can stand or run on things too narrow or weak to support me normally, with no chance of failing or falling through.
Awesome.
So I want to activate this charm and just kind of like do like a cup, like that thing Jackie Chan does in every single one of his movies where he just does like the 4 like steps up the wall. I'll just pick 2 pieces of kelp and just jump and kick off one, kick off the other one, and then all the way up to the top. And now I'm just standing on one toe on the top of a stalk of kelp. And I want to look over the forest and see if I can get an idea of where we're going.
All right. Roll
That's impressive.
wits plus survival plus an extra die.
Wits plus survival plus an extra die. Ooh, I like it. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Because that was an awesome description.
I had Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon flashbacks.
2 successes.
2 successes. Okay, so looking over, you can see, again, much of what I described earlier. You can see that the forest goes on for 200, maybe 250 feet.
Okay.
But intermittent throughout this kelp forest are those pillars that are kind of knocked over.
Mm-hmm.
And you can kind of see, like, all right, well, if we went off to the right first, we could go under this one and around that one. And there seems to be some paths.
Okay.
And you have a general idea. Based on how many successes you had, you're going to need to make another roll when you're within, but you'll be at a bonus.
Okay, so I have this for one scene. So
Okay.
what I'll do is I'll just kind of like look down to them and I'll say, follow me. Just keep your eyes on me. And I'm just going to just start stepping from stalk to stalk. Just like, again, one toe to one toe to one toe, and it's just kind of like that hopping sort of back and forth. And instead of them having to kind of like walk through the kelp blindly, if they can just keep up with me, they'll know that they're moving through the right area.
All right. So with Fakakun up on top of the kelp forest leading you guys along the way, you're easily able to maneuver around some of the more hot thermal vents, avoid running into pillars that are standing in your way. And you get about halfway through this forest/maze. You're almost to what you believe to be, there's a small little structure that has lit sconces on the outside of it.
Ooh.
That only Fakakun can see from here. Fakakun, what you also see is this, you get a feeling of very strong rushing water. I mean, you know now that it's not really water, but you still do occasionally feel that, your clothes are billowing, the kelp is moving, so there is some type of effect that is going on. Mm-hmm. But occasionally, you specifically get this very large push. And it doesn't come from one direction all the time. It may come from your left. And then a couple minutes later, it comes from your right. And this, called a gush of water, is almost enough to make you lose balance.
Oh, so it's actually incredibly powerful then.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
It doesn't make you lose balance.
Sure. But if I didn't have this charm up, it would probably be knocking me around.
Yes.
And I look down. Are you experiencing any gusts of water down there?
Are we?
No, you are not.
Am I to assume that something then is kind of throwing this at me, or it's specifically coming after me for being up here?
Make a, this is going to be perception and awareness.
Four successes.
Awesome. So as you continue on, they tell you that they don't feel anything, but you're definitely feeling something. You don't know if it's directed at you or not. So you kind of center yourself for 1 second, and in a way extend your senses out. Mm-hmm. And for the most briefest of moments, when you feel one of those gushes, you turn your head to see where this gush may have come from, and you see this ominous, dark, shadowy something move fast in the opposite direction. So when the gush comes from your left, you see it moving further to the left, away from you.
Can I track it?
You can, but it seems you can get it intermittently.
Okay.
Like it'll come into your vision, but it is still just so dark with the deep of, the darkness of where you're at.
Okay.
But this is a very, very big.
It's very big. Like whale big?
Like whale big. Or like 3 whales big.
Whoa. So, I will kind of loop my foot around one of the pieces of kelp, and kind of balancing myself on the other one, take my foot completely off the kelp, and actually kind of fling myself backwards so that the kelp actually bends and like goes back down. And I'm going to be kind of like upside down with my leg looped in the kelp looking at the rest of them. And I'm just going to be like, make sure you're very quiet. There's something as big as 3 whales hunting us. And then I'm just going to like fling, like kind of like whoop back up to the top of the kelp to keep us going.
Hey, I love that so much.
Duane's like, I hate you.
Oh, this is awesome. I love it. So are you guys going to be quiet?
Yeah, I'll go stealth mode.
As quiet as I can be in full plate, which
Draw my
D&D
sword.
tells me is not much.
As big as
Actually, in this game,
whales.
armor only affects your movement.
Oh, neat.
Does not affect, or actually does it affect stealth? I don't think it does.
Let's go with it doesn't.
I'm pretty sure it doesn't. So I want everyone that is going to be moving quietly to roll stealth and dexterity.
May
I
I
have
also roll stealth and
1 dot of
dexterity?
stealth.
Yes, you can also roll stealth and dexterity.
Yay.
I know, I just know this is the roll that my dice are gonna misbehave on.
Don't let them.
Oh! Wow, okay,
Hmm.
no. That is
That's
3
unexpected.
successes and a 10. Did 10s explode in Exalted?
They're
They do.
worth 2 successes.
Wow, so I got 5 successes on 4 dice. Okay, I'm sorry, I was mean, I didn't mean it.
So I only have 2 dice total for this roll. How can I exalted this?
How can you exalted this? So, 1, you can try and stunt it by explaining to me how stealth. Like, are you gonna cut off a kelp and paste them to your body so that you move like one, or are you use your words to make this seem more ballin'? To get at least 1 additional dice. If it is the most ballin' of a scene, it'll give you +2.
I got this.
If it is the most ballin' of tonight, it'll be +3. You can also spend willpower to gain
Nah.
additional dice.
Nah,
No,
I'm gonna
no,
exercise.
willpower gives you more successes, like just
Or
straight up
additional
successes.
Yeah.
I am gonna.
Or if you have an excellency in stealth, you
Can
can
do that.
spend.
You can spend
You can
motes.
spend motes,
This PDF. Oh god, it's so slow.
which come back pretty quickly. Motes you get back really quickly in combat, or an hour of like just walking.
I have excellencies in awareness, dodge, integrity, investigation, lore, medicine, melee, occult, resistance, sail, and survival.
Hmm.
Oh.
That specifically was not stealth.
Yeah. However, so. Also, I apologize for my dog drinking water in the background, but I don't apologize for him hiding himself because he's a smart doggo. But anyway, so survival mode.
Mhm.
EA Salakamu would have been he would have been adjusted to surviving by being kind of sneaky. So basically, so what I've seen in this PDF is his character is based off of Inuit heritage. So he would be used to using the sneaky survival modes to hunt prey in the Arctic areas.
Mhm.
So I would like to propose that I use survival instead of stealth.
Okay.
And I would like to describe the scene to attempt to stunt.
All right. Do it.
So, this is my thesis. No. EA would take his furs as he's depicted as having, and he's got wrapped boots made of oilskin and whale hide. He would take the furs and tie them to the bottom of his boots for some extra softness in his step. And he would move with the kelp movements. Instead of trying to hide, he would just move with it, kind of like a dance of sorts, in order to blend in with it, because it's not so much about what color you're wearing so much as your movement when trying to hide.
Okay.
And he would allow his long hair to flow in the water with the kelp, because he does have long hair. He would not tie it back, and if he did have it tied back, he would untie it so that it could flow like the kelp.
Okay. So I want you to roll appearance plus survival. And I will give you your bonus 1.
Oh my god, my appearance is 4. That's amazing. Okay. That gives me 8 instead of 2, so yay! One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 successes. Because there were 2 10s in there.
You are stealthed.
Yes.
Oh, what was everybody else's roll?
Mirror Flag had 3.
3?
Fire Orchid had 5. And I sort of imagine her as picking leaves of kelp off the stalks and wrapping them around the joints in her armor so they don't squeak.
Okay.
At 4.
4? Cocoon, what did you have?
So I rolled and got 2 successes. However, I want to use one of my charms because I rolled way too many dice to only get 2 successes.
All right. Which charm are you using?
I am using Perfect Shadow Stillness. For 1 mote and 1 willpower, Hakakun may re-roll any stealth-based action, keeping any 10s and re-rolling all other dice. If she succeeds at the stealth attempt, though, the use of this charm, she gains a willpower point. So as long as I succeed, I get the willpower point back.
I have that same charm. I just didn't suck on my roll.
Wow.
All right.
That's much better. So that's the 2 that I had from the 10. 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 successes.
You succeeded
Okay.
in being stealthy.
Hell yeah. And with Perfect Shadow Stillness, I just I'm swaying back and forth with the kelp, and then as the shadows kind of like cross from like the stances and the light coming in, I just step with the swaying shadows back and forth, and that's how I'm going back and forth.
Okay. So you are all effectively stealthed in your own special ways. Do you continue on to this quote-unquote armory?
I would be leading them towards what it looks to be like is the armory with the building and the lights and things like that, yeah.
All right. I need you to roll me another survival and wits to see if you can continue to safely move your party through. Safely, not safely. What am I doing?
It's one of those days that words just... they've noped.
Wits and survival? Okay. So Fakakun is actually a thief in her spare time. So what she is going to do is, as she's looking through this, using her wits and survival, She is going to try to remember a time where she was infiltrating maybe like a fortress or maybe like a certain area, because one of her goals actually is to free her people from an oppressive regime. So maybe she's done something before that is similar to infiltrating, a military base, a barracks, or weapons, things like that. So she's looking at this place and she's just kind of like, okay, if this was still a fully standing structure, that would be, okay, the tower. And she's going to try to like piece together what this thing looked like to better get an idea of how to progress through. So you kind of just see her, she's on one of the stalks and she kind of goes down into the crouch, and you can just see she's kind of like making motions through the water. And then like as she does a swipe, right, like, a tower appears, like written in the water before it fades away. And she's drawing out what she's trying to look for.
So you're reverse engineering Exalted CSIing this scene.
Exactly. Is that worth a die?
Yeah.
Thanks, buddy. That's an 8, an 8, and a 10. So that's 4 successes.
All right. You are able to visually and mentally plot out a new path for them to take without getting lost or running into any other dead ends or any of these fumaroles that are bubbling out.
Okay.
And after another 15-20 minutes of walking through this forest, a car honks its horn.
Oh, wow.
Interesting.
Does a cabbie just yell at us?
You make your way. The kelp forest starts to disappear behind you, not visually disappearing, but you move through it. You exit this forest and the dilapidations of the ancient ruins, and you are pretty much standing in front of what looks to be a single room structure with a door on the front, 2 sconces on each side.
With a
Well,
door on
shall
each-
we knock?
I usually don't knock when going into places.
That's so rude.
They shouldn't lock their
I
doors.
think for the sake of safety, and this is, after all, just a dream, perhaps Faka-kun should sneak in. Somehow. We can apologize later.
This one will go with them.
Oh, goody. I was just going to ask when someone else would participate.
This does not seem my bailiwick. You do whatever it is you do. I'll stretch out or something.
I apologize, I'm still getting used to all of you. It is important that we do understand each other's strengths. Mine seems to be shining right now, but I know fully that yours will soon. No plan goes fully without problems. I appreciate that you'll have my back out here in case something goes wrong. And I just look at Mirror Flag. Yeah, if something goes wrong.
And as you say that, Mirror Flag was standing up straight, and just kind of like this blurring of shadow and vibration. It's very slowly hunched back. The cowl turns pitch black, black as night. The mask turns from the comedy face to the tragedy face, and the armor turns into this dark black iron, and just kind of this like almost like can't stop moving, but it almost seems like their body is vibrating, and just kind of, and the shadows just kind of cling to my body more naturally. Yes, good. I am ready to make my entrance with you.
Is it too late to back out of this?
as Mirror Flag's transformation takes form, now that you are all out of the kelp forest, those who are beginning to enter and those who are just looking about, especially Fakakun, that dark, ominous shape that you had once seen moving around now drops into the kelp forest as if a water drop had happened.
Just bloop.
Bloop.
Come quickly. We must go.
We all saw that, right? You all saw the creature fall back into the kelp forest, correct?
Yes, quickly before the Guardian comes.
Fire Orchid will draw her sword. No, you go.
And I'll go in with Mirror Flag. Stealthily.
Yes.
Alright, yeah, you all rolled good enough stealth.
Okay.
So you open the door, and the moment that you enter, it is an armory. No ifs and nothing spectacular, with the exception of the arms that are inside. Of note, there are 6 individual weapons that stand out the most.
Oh.
Most of them are made out of orichalcum, some sun-aspected gold metals, some moon silver, some jade, translucent white, black, red, green, blue rock that resonates. All of these definitely have some type of the power of the 5 elements. The first one that stands out the most is this long blade, about 5 feet long, 6 inches wide. It's a massive straight sword of orichalcum inlaid with black jade in a pattern of a tempestuous wave.
For the one with all brawn and no brains, perhaps.
There is
Hey!
it sits on an ornate pedestal. Below it reads Killing Tide.
Is it the biggest weapon in here?
No.
No. Yes.
I'm
Yes.
picturing Cloud's sword.
Yeah, the Buster Sword.
Yeah.
I think it is the biggest one in here.
Volfer will just casually walk up, take it off
Whoa,
its thing.
I don't think Volfer came with us. We sent the sneaky people in.
Oh, did not everybody go in?
No.
I think the idea was the 2 sneakies went in, and then the 3 of you were
You're gonna
chilling
fight,
outside.
You're gonna fight the Leviathan.
Oh, that sounds
Yeah,
unfortunate.
yeah. Fire Orchid's outside, like, limbering up and getting ready for a fight.
I was. Vakakun is just like, whoever it's for, they can fight over it. It says tide, and the one seemed really into water, so maybe it's his. Next.
Now these weapons are made for all of you. There is no one that's like, you have to take this. Especially in this Kickstarter. This is out of character.
Oh, these aren't assigned to.
No, these are not assigned to anyone. They have different.
Interesting.
They have different abilities based on who uses them,
Okay.
Sure.
but they're not
Oh, that's cool.
attached to anybody.
Oh, rad. Okay.
So for example, just to give you guys an idea, the Killing Tide, the Diclave, it has an overwhelming value of 5. It has the tags of lethal, balanced, and melee, for obvious reasons. If Volfer was to use it, you get Withering 11,
What?
Decisive 8, damage 17, and parry 5.
Holy shit.
Fuck.
It's a big, strong dude.
I mean, you say it like they're not assigned to people, but I'm pretty sure that's Volfer's sword.
If yeah, I mean, all these numbers are different. If Fakakun was to use it, you would have Withering 8, Decisive 5, Damage 14, and Parry 3.
Okay, still, Okay, I see. So we're just gonna have to figure out. Okay. So does it seem like we're in the main room and it's clear? Like,
It is only one room.
okay. Then in that case, I will lean my head kind of back out, just kind of like from the bottom.
Come claim your prizes.
What the weird one's saying? It's
Oh, Fakakun, we are making such strides.
I think I like the big dumb one better.
The next weapon that you see is a Reaver. A Reaver Diclave.
Just to confirm, out of character, that was to get everyone in the room so that there's no...
Yeah, I
Okay.
figured.
Alright.
This one is labeled
Dumb,
Dead.
I have 3 dots of intelligence.
This one is labeled Dead Wind.
I was referring to Mirror Flag's second persona.
Oh,
No.
Fair.
This one is a square-tipped chopping weapon with a single cutting edge.
Ooh.
Blade 4 feet long and a foot wide.
A foot wide?
A foot wide. Well, the other one was only 6 inches wide. So yes, this one's a foot wide. Not as long, but more girth.
Exalted,
Don't say
the
it.
overkill.
Don't say it. Don't say it.
The cutting edge is green jade, but the blunt edge, is soul steel, in the shape of a spinal column.
Huh.
Cool.
Now, from our girthy candle products, we have the Earthy Sword. Please do not insert into just any hole.
Oh,
Only your
no.
enemies.
Next.
can I make the
Next
hole
weapon.
as I insert it? Because I think that's how swords are supposed to work.
Yes. The third Diclave that is on the Diclave pedestal is the Kalanaki. It is a long, thin, curved blade, 5 feet by 1 inch,
Curved sword.
with a single cutting edge. It is made of simple orichalcum, polished to a mirror sheen. The next is a spear, labeled the Great Fang, a tremendous 2-handed spear with a 6-foot haft of exotic wood, set with star metal and fitted with a foot-long blade of silver at its end. This one is the Empty Sun, the Infinite Chakra. A razored ring of orichalcum and white jade, about a foot across. The Infinite Chakram ricochets back to its wielder's hand as soon as it misses or strikes its target. If anybody wants to be...
That's Mirrored Flag's fighting style. right there.
Oh, is that okay? The last one is the Sky Cutter, a 2-foot razored ore boomerang of white and red jade inlaid with moon silver. This one also returns to its wielder's hand unless you botch the attack roll.
Yeah, so without even just asking anybody, Mirrored Flag is just gonna kind of stride over to the chakram and just grab it and immediately just kind of like start flipping it back and forth all around, just doing like almost like a baton twirler's routine, like from a marching band, but with the chakram, and then just kind of be like,
Does anyone have any objections?
My inner Xenophan is pretty pleased.
Yes?
I believe the phrase is finders keepers.
So is Mirror Flag going to take the Empty Sun?
yes.
All right. For you to use this weapon, you need to commit 5 motes to attune to it.
Okay, done.
Question about committing. Does that mean that they are removed permanently from the pool, or are they just spent to regenerate later?
They are not permanently, but temporarily. So, like, if you were to unattune from it, you get those motes back. But those come out of your peripheral.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
as long as you're attuned to something, your peripheral will never go to max again.
Got it.
I'm okay with that.
It'll always be however much the cost is. For all of these, it's 5. And that is for Patrick.
Oh boy, oh boy.
Who is next?
I'll let Fakakun go next, because, I mean, they broke in first. I mean, that's just if anyone doesn't object, because, yeah. I'd say the ones who chance the traps should pick.
There was a spear,
The Great Fang.
but there was a. I don't think that's my. I don't really think that would work for me. I'm daggers and thrown weapons. So, what was the girthy knife?
The Deadwind? That was a 4 feet long, 1 foot wide.
4 feet. Okay.
This is not something that you would be throwing.
Oh yeah, that's true. Hot Dog was just pointed out. There was the boomerang.
Oh, there's a
Yes.
boomerang.
Yes. The
Yeah,
sky
the
cutter.
last one was a boomerang.
Oh, I totally missed that. I apologize. Then, yeah, I would definitely be drawn to the boomerang. I'm sorry, Steve missed that. Yeah, because I throw the shit out of stuff.
Okay. So then
Let's see what that do.
you would have peace. Withering 10, decisive 10, damage 14.
Nice. 2 and 5. Okay, yeah, I'll take that.
Oh yes, and for you, Patty, your overwhelming value is now 3. So that is the Sky Cutter and the Infinite Chakram gone.
So, what are the big swords that remain?
You got the Killing Tide, which is the biggest one.
Mm-hmm.
That is the 5 foot long, 6 inch wide. You have the Dead Wind, 4 feet long, 1 foot wide. And then the Kalanaki, which is the 5 foot by 1. More like a thin sword, thin curved blade, like a.
Yeah, I don't see this character as having like a rapier style.
Yeah, that would be like a what's the S word?
Saber.
Saber?
Scimitar.
Scimitar. I think Fire Orchid will just pick up the 2 biggest swords and just see which one feels better in her hand. Which I know is probably not helpful at all.
Actually, it is.
Oh, okay.
So as far as mechanics wise, the only difference is the Killing Tide has a more overwhelming value.
I believe.
And some of the tags are different. However, your rolls are going to be the same.
I kind of like the one with the better overwhelming value, so I'm gonna pick that one up if no one objects.
Was that the longer one or the wider one?
That is the longer one. So then this would be for Chol. I guess I should have broke those up.
No, that's fine. It starts at attunement 5. Cool. What's the weapon's name again?
The Killing Tide.
Nice.
There are 2 Reaver Diclaves left, and the Dire Lance, the Great Fang.
If Sean has a preference, I will let him. I'm hoping for the more harpoon-like one. However, as
Yeah.
these weapons tailor to us, I'm fine with either.
I would give them the spear.
The Spear of Destiny.
I was hoping you'd say that.
And got that. And this is a 2-handed spear. And you get that stuff.
Sweet.
And Volfer,
Mm-hmm.
what is your choice?
What's left?
You have the Deadwind, the Earthy Sword, or the the Kalanaki, the scimitar-like sword.
Oh, damn. The dead one. What?
Mechanically, if you want to do it that way, the Deadwind is overwhelming 4, lethal, melee, and chopping. The scimitar one is going to be overwhelming 5, lethal, balanced, and a melee.
No, the first one. Chopping.
Chopping. Okay. So then you take the Deadwind for its girth. You'll take that, and you get this. Attunement 5, overwhelming 4, lethal melee chop. As you pick up these weapons and insert your motes into them, not only do you feel the tremendous power wash over you, but your animas begin to appear on your foreheads.
Oh.
What your animas look like, I do not remember because I didn't read all of the character backgrounds.
I know mine.
Never mind.
Why don't you explain what your guys' animas look like?
Mine is a golden glowing eye.
Okay.
Around me, just kind of taking over the entire of my body, is just a mask, and the eyes, face, nose, and size just constantly shift, conform. It's almost like the mask is made out of clay, and in between each different shaping, it resets to blank, and then makes a new face. Whether it's an old like African death mask, or like a kind of like modern day like Wolfman mask. It just phases between all kinds of masks between history and cultures.
Cool.
So the Enema. That is not listed on our sheet. We can just say what sounds good, right?
On the
It is
second
the
column.
sheet.
Second column, second row, at the top of the sheet.
Second column. Oh, thank you.
I think it says something.
Oh, okay. Yes. So
Oh.
my character manifests. There is this serpentine dragon that sort of appears like all wrapped around her. It's probably like 20 feet long, but it's got coils around her waist and around her shoulders, and it is rearing up and roaring.
All right. And lastly,
Volfer's is there's a great hulking, menacing figure just sort of animated around him.
There's like a dark demon that like hangs out with you.
It says a great hulking, menacing figure, so he's got like a shadow like thing.
that's
up
what,
and
that's what
around
it says
him.
on the sheet. That's why I read it. I read it off the sheet.
Yeah.
Around Fakakun, you have she has this like, you know, sash like red fabric that just kind of hangs over her. It's not even really like a dress or clothing, it's just this, you know, strip of cloth that, you know, goes down, and it starts to kind of twist and go in the wind. But she also has, the only other thing she wears are bracers that hold like throwing daggers, and those start to actually come out of the bracers and float around her in this sort of crisscrossing, twisting way, and a storm of knives just starts rotating around her.
Awesome. So you all are now at stage 1 of Anima Banner. And
Nice.
you are effectively glowing with a faint light. However, you are now at a -3 penalty to all stealth and disguise.
That won't affect us walking out of this, I'm sure.
Yeah.
The fuck I am.
All right. So you have these cool new weapons. And you're at the bottom of a trench.
Is there anything else of value in this armory before we leave?
There is a bow, but it is a nondescript bow. Although you feel that it has some magical value, there's no title on it or anything. It's not chucked to the side. It's sitting on a pedestal, but it's like someone forgot to put a name.
Kinda wanna take it back to the fisherman.
That person lied to us. Don't give them anything.
Yeah, but they're...
And they did tell us about this place, so
Yeah.
I think that makes up for it.
Yeah,
And they weren't malicious about their lies, just awkward.
exactly. If no one stops me, I'm gonna do it.
I won't stop you.
What is that one's plans for the bow?
I'm going to take it to the sibling up at the surface.
I'll kind of just like reach my hand out, which is kind of like wrinkly and almost, the skin almost looks scaled.
I slap it away.
Do not give that thing any power over us.
A gift for a gift.
What gift?
The gift of
knowledge
knowledge.
The gift
where
of
this
treachery?
was.
Treachery. It attempted to lie.
Oh, you are taking all of this way too personally.
Also, you change your face. Do we really know your true form? You are technically lying by omission right now.
As much as I hate to say it, I agree with Mirror Flag. We can take the bow, see if it does anything for us. Shouldn't leave it behind. But we don't know what the thing is. We don't know who they are.
We don't, but we do owe them.
We owe
All right.
them nothing.
How about this? We take the bow with us. We confront whatever demon we are destined to confront. If our weapons help us take it down, and I suspect they will, then before we return home, we gift the god of fishing with the bow.
Yes, bow fishing.
Or we take it home and sell it.
Of you players, who has the highest perception?
Probably not me, but I'll look it up anyway.
I have 4.
No.
I also have 4.
Great, you two. Whoever has
Three-way tie for 4.
three-way tie for 4. All right. Anyone who has 4 can roll perception and awareness.
I want to look. Are there any arrows?
No.
Oh.
I like the immediate no.
Are there any other ammunition pieces that might fit this bow?
No, there are not.
Okay.
2 successes.
Do ones take away in this system?
Ones do not take away unless you fail.
Okay, good. In that case, I got 2 successes.
2
4 for
successes, 2
Fakakun.
successes, and 4 for Fakakun.
Yep.
Okay. Fakakun. At the very last moment, you hear that door creak. Who is the last person to enter?
Either Orchid, Volfer, or Salak.
Yep.
I don't actually know.
Yeah, we
It was
didn't.
one of those like simultaneous kind of things.
Sure, it could be Fire Orchid bringing up the rear.
Okay, easier. I don't need to roll for it. So, Fakakun, you hear a small creak from behind all of you as you're looking at these new weapons and the bow in the middle of the room. When you feel a huge rush of quote-unquote water, and Fire Orchid is pulled outside,
Wait, what?
her body flying across the ocean floor,
The
falling
fisherman?
up and smacking. What? No, Fire Orchid.
Fire Orchid, sorry.
Me.
I misheard. Okay.
Let's get our listening ears on, Steve.
Well, so, there was a thing. Like, okay.
Just pulled out of the room.
And then,
Her body goes flying, rolls on the ground, and smacks into a pillar.
oh my gosh.
Ow.
As lava-type tentacles start to emerge from the kelp forest.
Oh, Jesus.
Shit.
Everyone roll initiative.
Oh, shit.
Dun dun dun.
Now, you are still in this building. I'll give you that.
Okay.
Is that join battle or is that?
Join battle. Everyone, join battle.
I am using a charm.
Okay.
Okay, so this is a part I didn't understand too well.
Okay, join battle should have a number.
Roll that number
On
of
the
dice,
character
right?
sheet.
Or if you just want to look at the top, it's
It's wits plus awareness.
yes.
Oh, okay. Scrolling back and forth on my sheet.
It's wits plus awareness. Tens do double.
And then we get plus 3 successes because we're all just rolling at the beginning.
No, you are not.
You just said everyone, didn't you?
Right. Someone rolled before you.
Oh,
The monster started the combat beforehand, apparently.
that's kind of lame.
It's okay. One of you is gonna get to roll 3, or get 3 plus. So what do we got? Here's some numbers.
I got 4.
So you are at 7.
I don't think the 3 successes is arbitrary, or I think it's always that way.
Nope,
So that's like
it is
base.
not.
You have to be at the begin. Like, there's certain things.
Yeah, at the beginning of combat. So if you were like reinforcements, they don't get a +3.
I got 5.
Wait. Sean is at 5.
Shit.
Bad guy 1 is also at 7.
Damn, that is bad.
I don't have anything to improve that. Okay, I have 1 success.
1 success.
Are you freaking kidding me?
I have no charms. I'm not willing to waste willpower yet to start my initiative, just from the beginning of initiative. So,
And I have to do it at the beginning. Well, initiative's so important. Like, it probably would have been smart. Well, I don't even know if you
it
can
is,
do it.
but
Yeah.
it's 1 willpower per 1 success. So like,
No, it's
Yeah.
1 willpower.
yeah.
Let me double check. I thought it was different for some reason. Where are you at? Power. Right now I can't find willpower.
Willpower, it's right above essence and below specializations. Oh no, you're looking for the willpower rules.
Yeah, the
Never
actual-
mind. I'm trying to be helpful and not helping.
So what did you get, Steven?
I got 1.
Okay.
I got 1 as well.
Yeah. Ever?
2.
2. All right. So we are at the top of the round. Both Fire Orchid and the bad guy go at the same time. Which is an interesting mechanic,
Okay.
if it happens. Fire Orchid, what are you going to do first? I'll let you explain.
Okay. I think that Fire Orchid is just going to roll away from whatever just grabbed and yanked her. Use that momentum of the roll to just jump back onto her feet and in one fluid motion just spin around and just fucking sword the thing that pulled her.
And just fucking sword it.
Yes.
Awesome. So it was going to tentacle you as well. So, because there are 2 people attacking each other, now are you going to be withering it, or are you going to be decisive striking?
Let's go with decisive for this one.
Okay. That's all I really needed to know for now. It was going to make a withering attack against you. However, because you're both attacking on the same round, it is called a clash. Wah, wah, wah. And a clash works a little bit different.
Okay, can I still use charms on clashes?
Yes, you can still use any
Okay.
charm you got. It's just considered a clash.
Alright, so
Because it's kind of like you're both going at the same time. And it's whoever can
cool.
overwhelm.
Alright. So I'm gonna spend 3 motes for excellent strike, which gives me an automatic success on 1 melee attack, and I can re-roll any 1s until 1s no longer appear.
Oh, okay. Go ahead and roll your decisive attack.
Okay.
That is going to be your.
Sorry, I was looking at other charts, but yes, decisive attack. What am I rolling?
Your decisive attack is going to be your. Should be whatever your. It should be on the sheet. Or for whatever the weapon you're using. That new weapon. So it should be decisive, so you're rolling 7 dice. And you need to match its defense. How many do I get?
Sorry, 5 plus the one I paid for, so a total of 6.
Total of 6. Now I gotta roll it. Wow. That was garbage. Guys can always rely on me to roll garbage. Okay, so when two characters attack each other on the same tick, they do the clash. Whoever rolls more attack successes lands their attack. I rolled 2. So you successfully make your decisive attack.
Oh, does that mean I get to roll damage?
So yes, your decisive attack, you lose 2 on your initiative automatically.
Okay.
No, if they land a successful decisive attack, their initiative is reset to 3.
Oh yeah, that is fail. Fine. 3. Okay. And then you can roll your damage.
Which is 15.
Oh my god!
Uh-huh. So, I spent for the charm. I get to reroll once? Does that apply for this roll too?
Sorry, say that again?
So I spent essence for the charm. That's like, you can reroll once for 1 melee attack. Does it apply to this roll too?
Yes, I do believe.
Awesome.
I love the fact that Duane couldn't hear Rachel over the sound of her
Yeah.
badass damage roll.
All the click clacks, yeah.
Yep. All right. Well, there's 2 1s that I get to reroll immediately. Oh no, that's 3 1s that I can reroll immediately.
Hot Dog Wizard says before an initiative resets, they roll initiative as the damage pool. Okay.
What?
Nice. Oh.
Yeah, you have to get over their initiative, but with your initiative.
11 successes.
Oh, hold on a second. This is where it gets confusing because it's a clash. All right, if a decisive attack succeeds, but the target has hardness, which it does. Its hardness was.
Does Rachel have more?
Oh, it doesn't have any hardness, so her initiative is higher than its hardness. Roll the attacker's full initiative. Okay, so you're only gonna roll 7 dice.
Oh.
Oh.
I have to re-roll all of that then?
Yep. Sorry.
I'm sorry, you all did very well.
Or
You're
just
only
pick
rolling 7
random
dice,
7.
but you get to re-roll 1s, and because it was a clash, you automatically get an extra level of health damage.
Okay. All right. Well, so there's one that I can re-roll. So that's 2 successes right now.
Mm-hmm.
Nope, that fell down. 3 successes.
3 successes, and your weapon is lethal.
Yes, it is.
So that is 4 lethal damage.
Nice.
Hells
take it.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Next on the initiative is Sean.
Cool.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So,
Volfer.
Volfer now has 2 swords. So he's going to do what is called... Where did it go? Oh, it's up on the screen. I have like 6 screens now. Thunderclap Rush Attack, which means that at any point
I'm
in the
sorry,
round-
what was that?
You can't just glaze
can't-
over that
No,
name.
no, no. Say it.
Thunderclap Rush Attack.
Say it from your chest.
Attack. Thunderclap Rush Attack. Volver can move 1 range band toward an opponent with short range and attack it. The target cannot defend against this attack with a clash. This doesn't have to be a brawl attack, but does Volver to blah blah blah. I can use this once per target per scene. So what he's going to do is he has 2 swords. He's going to throw the first one up and hit it like a baseball, which causes a thunderclap, obviously.
Right.
Which then would stick into the monster, and then as he goes running, he's going to smash that sword with his sword, which will then dig into the tentacle, which then he'll hit with his sword, and he'll catch the sword on the other side. Can I have extra dice, please?
That's a lot of sword on sword action.
That's a lot of sword on sword action. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yes. Okay.
Now, is this a withering strike or a decisive strike?
He's going to do a withering attack because wither decisive.
All right. Make your withering attack. +1 die.
This one die.
Mirror Flag will just be like,
I taught him that hitball trick.
It is okay. So it says withering is 11. So I roll 11 dice.
You
12
roll
dice.
10 dice. 12
12
dice.
dice.
Yes.
10. That's 2 already. You bastard. That's a 9. That's okay. So that's already rolled 7, 8 more. No. What gets to 12? 6 more. No. Math, help me. 5.
and then you can do it.
For a second, I didn't even know what you were saying.
Okay.
He was just counting down at one point.
Numbers.
5, 72, 16.
7 successes.
7. All right. Against its defense, which I don't think is that high. It will try to... Yeah, it'll try and knock some of this out of the way. Like its tentacle starts just swinging back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll subtract 4 off of that. Or no. Hold on. Brain's not working here.
It is after
right.
midnight. It happens.
Yeah. So you have to at least hit its defense, which you did.
Yes.
So now roll your damage plus your strength.
Damage plus my strength. The damage of this thing is 17. Jesus Christ. I'm gonna need more dice.
Minus 9.
What?
You have to get past its soak, which is 9 dice.
That's insane.
My soak is 7, so it's not the most ridiculous thing going.
7.
But you're always going to roll as many dice as your overwhelming rating. At least.
Okay.
You can't
That
go below
is-
that.
6, 10, 12 successes so far. And then, okay. 14, 16, 17, 18. 18 successes.
All right. So one of these tentacles, you knock all the way down into initiative crash.
Oh, really? Nice.
All the way down. And then you gain. So how many successes did you have? 16?
16.
So -7 is 9. So you move up 10 initiative slots.
Okay.
You are now initiative 15 come the next round.
Fuck. Okay.
Chihuahua.
That was good. That was good.
Good withering attack.
Yes, very good. It was a good reason to go get these weapons because they're awesome. So this one tentacle has a bunch of negatives to him.
Now would be the time to do decisive attacks because he's at 0 initiative.
Well, the problem is the lower down in the initiative we go, the lower our attack against it would be. So we are
What?
not. If I were to attack him, even with a 0 initiative, I'm only rolling with a 1 initiative. So decisive would not be a good idea for me.
Yeah, because you're always losing.
Oh, right.
Well, decisive attack resets you to 3.
Okay, but I mean, it still would be better for Volkar with his fucking 15, or Volfer with his fucking 15.
Yeah, because you're rolling 15 die. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's its what was it it has no, actually once it has no initiative, decisive is what you're kind of supposed to do. Because that's how you damage it.
But we don't have the initiative to spend for damage. Like, because your damage on a decisive is your initiative.
Yeah,
So
I would roll 1 die.
Fakakun and I both have 1 die damage to roll.
Yes, this is correct.
It's okay.
But that one tentacle can no longer make decisive attacks. It can only do withering. 4 more tentacles to go.
Oh, good lord.
Oh, but Volfer, you did initiate the initiative crash. You get initiative break bonus. You gain
Yes.
another 5 initiative.
Oh, so I'm at
Oh yeah,
initiative
you're
20.
at 20.
Oh,
Sorry.
gee. Oh, good. Oh, okay.
Hence why I have this slide sheet. It's so much easier. All right, that brings us to Ever at initiative 3.
Yay.
One tentacle has been battered beyond belief.
Back to fiction.
Okay.
A second tentacle has been also battered. There are 3 others that have not been touched.
So I'm not entirely sure when I'm allowed to do withering versus decisive.
Anytime you want.
Okay. I have a spell.
You have spells?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, boy.
I was trained by a witch.
Hot.
Yeah, definitely. Anyway,
It's after midnight. What do you want from me?
All right, what is this spell?
it is called Death of Obsidian Butterflies, and it is.
Wait, are you? That's the actual name.
Yes.
Don't judge me, okay?
I would like to reiterate. Hot.
It reminds me of one of Sean's characters, the purple octopus butterfly thing. Anyway,
Oh, God.
so for 15 sorceress motes and 1 willpower, I can sculpt essence into a torrent of razor-edged black glass butterflies. I would roll Perception plus Occult with 1 bonus success as a decisive attack applied to all enemies in a line out to medium range, wide enough to strike all opponents within a single range band and high enough to strike aerial enemies at short range to the ground. Enemies may apply parry against this attack, but not evasion. The attack has raw damage equal to my character's threshold successes plus 1 and does not reset my character to base initiative. After the spell has been cast, the obsidian debris litters the battlefield.
Okay. I'm liking what I'm hearing.
Me too.
And there are some other stuff that's going to happen that I don't think you realize yet, but
Probably not.
That sounds very ominous. I don't like it.
no, it's actually pretty good.
Oh, okay. All right.
Wait, so should I do something simpler?
No, go ahead. No, this is awesome.
I don't know. You just said other things are gonna happen, and
Oh
now
yeah,
I'm
just do it.
scared.
Just do it. So perception plus occult plus 1 bonus die. Oh, that's 1 bonus success. So roll perception plus occult as a dice pool.
When I find my thingamabobs. Okay, occult is 5. Perception is 4. Which is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then plus 1, you said?
It'll be plus 1 success. Yes.
Okay. My precious. Why are you laughing at me? Anyway. No, it's okay. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 successes, because one of those successes is a 10.
And that is that plus your bonus success?
Oh no, so I have 8 successes.
Double 10s don't don't apply on decisive attacks.
Oh, then I have 7 successes.
7 successes. Okay. Or no, it does. So it's 8 successes. Sorry, that's
So I have 8 successes.
successes. Are you attacking one of the not yet injured tentacles or one of the much
Well, it was an AoE spell, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, so it's a whole bunch?
It's the whole
Yeah,
battlefield.
yeah. It's
Oh,
a
the
whole
whole the medium range.
because love
Even
is
better.
a battlefield.
Yes.
No.
Okay. Wow.
Sorry.
Okay, so I can apply parry, but not evasion.
Correct.
I don't know how it works for monsters, but are you taking the cumulative -1 penalty for multiple attacks being directed at you?
For the ones that have been hit, yes.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. So the one, that one, and that one, 2 of them will take a -1. The other 3 will not. Now, where is my monster? There it is. Luckily, its hardness is 0. So that doesn't matter, but parry is 4. So 3 successes. Or no, you had 8, so 4 successes total. God, numbers. Having a hard time.
Wait, didn't you say the spell ignores parry? Ever? No? Oh,
It ignores evasion.
It ignores evasion. So
Oh.
parry.
lame.
Alright, so 4 successes total. Your current initiative is not higher than 4 of them, but it is higher than the 5th one.
Okay. I'm confused with what that means for me.
So that decisive the attack would not hit the 4 of them.
Oh. Well, I disapprove of this.
Did it hit some of them?
It hit 1 of them.
Well, better than nothing, I suppose.
because decisive attacks use your initiative.
Oh.
So the attack was successful
Got it.
because you got to the do their defense, but you lose. Let's see. If it succeeds, but the target has hardness, which it doesn't, equals to or greater than the attacker's. Oh, never mind. You're good. I'm reading these backwards.
Yeah.
Reading it as attackee and not attacker. So it has no hardness, and your initiative is 3, so you're good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So roll your initiative pool as damage.
And I had 2.
You had initiative of 3.
Oh. Wait, how did I? I'm not going to ask.
10s do not give double. It is only single.
2 9s.
Hot damn.
Boom.
Now, your guys' stuff should all be in here. Yeah. Okay. You stay at 3, even though it says that you don't stay at 3. You were already at 3, so you wouldn't go
Well,
anywhere.
It also mentioned that my initiative does not change, or I do not lose initiative with
Right.
that attack.
You would go to 3, but you're already at 3, and that makes you not even move, so you're still at 3. You would have been in the same spot either way.
Yay. This is complicated, but it's fun.
Yes, so you actually do hit all 5.
Oh shit, sweet. Yay.
Nice.
Nice.
And what was the damage that you rolled from your initiative pool?
2 9s.
2 9s, so that's 2 damage to all of these.
I like it.
That one is incapacitated. That one
Huzzah.
is injured. That one is injured. That one is injured. That one is injured. Now, here comes the fun part that I said you wouldn't know about.
Oh boy.
Oh no, this is good. So,
Yeah,
you
sure.
spent 15 motes and 1 willpower to activate that, correct?
Yes.
You had already spent 5 motes activating your glowing anima. One of your anima powers says at bonfire iconic anima level, which you just hit, you automatically gain 5 hardness for 1 turn.
Whoa.
Nice.
Sweet. So
However,
I'm
you
extra
also look
protected.
like you're on fire.
I don't have a problem with this.
So you're under the sea, on fire.
Right. Yeah, it is a grand display of power reaching high into the sky and visible for miles.
Awesome.
Oh.
You went Super Saiyan, is what you
Yes.
just did.
Yes.
Okay, unpopular opinion. I really don't care for Dragon Ball.
Just the easiest
It's
reference. I
okay,
could
I've
make.
never seen it either.
Yeah.
Don't hate me.
You are, in fact, so bright at this moment that this creature loses sight of the battlefield.
Ooh.
And it is now Steve and Patrick's turn. However, it cannot see anybody.
Nope.
This is your chance to either kill it or get out of dodge.
I feel like we got this thing on the ropes, right?
One of the tentacles is incapacitated. There are still 4 more.
I yell out. I think I yell out. Make for the kelp for us. We can lose it there while it's blinded.
Why would you give up on a perfectly good opportunity to have a challenging monster?
Because I want to live and get out of this place. Move!
Is it possible to tell if this thing is like what's the situation here? Is this a thing that purposely hunted us out and wants to kill us? Or is this just like a wild animal that we've encroached upon its territory?
Well, it didn't attack you when you were going inside.
It's Temple Guardian.
Okay. True. Okay. I'll look over at Fakakun's be like,
Is this the true course of action you're going to take?
I feel it's the right one. And I'm just kind of like looking to see if anyone's going to follow
and still my kind of stealthy, shadowy, vibrating mode. I will take off into the kelp forest stealthily.
Stealthily. All right, roll your stealth. You're at a -3. Remember, forehead guy. But you're at a +6.
Wait, no. I'm not glowing. I'm only dim, aren't I? Or
Dim is when you haven't used any.
shit. All right.
Everybody's at least used 5 so far, with the exception of Ever, who is as bright as the sun. So you're only at a +3 instead of a +6 to hide from this thing.
I forgot, since the player Steve forgot about the whole anima thing, because Fakakun can actually ignore that penalty. So to me, I was remembering that I can ignore up to 3 on a stealth penalty. But if you can't, then it's probably actually is better to just kill it, because if you're fighting your own,
then I will rewind in time.
Yeah.
Are you sure this is the course of action you would recommend?
I forgot you are glowing very brightly and you're not as good at stealth as me, so kill it.
Once again, you see like the shadows are like clutching to my body, but okay, just like
Very well.
and just in this explosion and like the bits of fabric and cloth and metal and almost like pieces of like concrete just blow off of Mirror Flag as I'm suddenly 7 feet tall, all gleaming gold, bright, polished armor. The mask has no face. It is a perfectly reflective, gold-plated front that reflects back anybody's face that looks into it. And pulling out the chakra, I will throw it and make a withering attack at the tentacle. One of the ones that hasn't been attacked yet.
Well, they've all been attacked so far.
Oh, I'm sorry. One of the ones that's only been touched by the spell. I see that Volfor is like nailing swords into one of them, and
Yeah.
Fire Orchid is just like carved one open. So I'll throw it at one of the ones that's not been carved open like a turkey already.
All right.
Okay, so the one question I had is attack rolls are Dex plus for me to be thrown. And then do I add the 5 for the withering 5 that this weapon has to that?
So for you, because you're using the chakram, they are at short. Or
Right.
no,
So
they're close. Very close.
So
Sorry.
Yes.
Sorry.
So my question is, my Dex plus thrown is 5, and then its short range for that is another 5. Or close range is another 5. Do I also add the 5 withering that this weapon has?
No, that's actually yes.
Okay. So then
So
I
it
will
should
be
be
rolling.
Dex plus your ability.
I will be rolling 15.
Yeah, Dex plus your roll plus because you're using a
Thrown
ranged
weapon. I get
yeah.
the aim bonus. Yeah. Or accuracy bonus. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 successes.
-3 for its defense.
Okay, so 4 successes then.
Yeah, you definitely hit it.
Okay, so I land the withering attack. So now I need to figure out the damage pool.
12.
Right, 12 minus its soak, which is
9.
so only 3.
Does the soak remove dice that he's rolling or remove successes that he already rolls?
Yep. Reduce the calculated pool by the amount of soak the target has.
Got it. Okay.
Roll
Okay,
remaining dice.
So I roll 3 then.
Now you're always going to roll at least as many dice as your overwhelming rating,
Which is still 3.
which is 5. Or wait, yours
No,
is
minus 3.
yours is 3 for the weapon that you have on your sheet.
That's also 3 for the chakra.
Oh, is
That's what you told me.
Is it?
That's what you told me.
Oh, okay. Want to make sure.
Wait, do I also carry over the extra successes against the defense from landing it?
That's at a -1 for its defense and stuff.
Oh, so the extra, so like the defense was 4, I had 7 successes. Those 3 extra successes, do those get carried over to the damage pool as well? Hot Dog Wizard says yes.
Wait, what? I don't know what you're asking.
The extra successes that I got from the attack roll.
Right.
So I had 7, its defense was 4. That leaves me with 3 extra.
Yes.
Those also get added to damage.
Not for a withering attack. Oh, yes. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so that's 3 successes.
All right. Drop one of these down. 1, 2, 3. You move up to 3.
Plus the 1 for landing the attack, so 4
That's the one
total.
for landing. You're at 4.
So I'm at 5 initiative. I believe. If I'm reading this correctly. I
Yep.
had 1.
You were at 1.
start.
You went to 4. Plus 1 is
Huzzah!
5.
All right, I'm getting this. I'm getting it.
However, we are well beyond our time. So we are going to have to hold it here.
Gasp.
Gasp.
Do
Audible
Do
gasp.
you want me to just do mine so we finish out this whole round?
Oh, yeah. All right. Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, not to, like, yeah, but like,
I forgot,
there's
yeah.
one person left in the initiative round.
Oh,
Keep it under 5 minutes.
All
He's
right.
going to have to make
Yeah,
you wait,
I
Sakatuna.
can. So I'm going to lash out my red cloak. It actually grabs onto Volfer's arm, and I say, "Pull!" And I want Volfer to like launch me up and over, and I do this twisting corkscrew attack, and I go over the Leviathan, and I boomerang down as I pass over it, and then it bounces at like an angle off, so that I keep spinning and grab it, and then land on the other side of one of the tentacles, ready to throw again.
And you go so fast that you break the speed of sound, and that sound is a car horn.
That's correct.
Hold on, apparently somebody's trying to steal a car.
Nice.
I'm gonna give myself 1 extra stunt for that.
Oh, really? Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Don't let him have it, Duane. Don't let him have that.
How about I say it's in, and then how about I give you 2? But since you really want 1, fine, you can have 1.
I'll take you 2.
No,
Oh,
you
no,
wanted 1.
no,
So you
no.
get 1.
I'll take the 1. Okay. So, for that, withering of 10 plus 10 for my dex and throw makes this a die pool of 21 d10. So, That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 successes.
Now, is this withering or decisive?
This is withering.
Okay. Always got to ask.
Yep, no, this is withering because I wouldn't be able to do much otherwise. Yes, this is a withering with 11 successes to hit.
Okay. So you are going to be rolling an extra 7
Okay.
on your...
And the damage for this is what you listed at 14, right?
Yeah.
So 14 minus its soak is what?
Soak is 9, so that'd be 5.
So 9, 10, 11 is...
11.
So I'm rolling 11
yeah,
damage
11
dice.
damage dice.
Okay. All right, here we go. 11 damage dice coming right up. With a decisive attack, for 1 mote may extend. It's calculated.
Yeah, then you would subtract any successes from that, from its initiative. Add that to yours plus 1.
Okay, that's fine. I had a mote that could help, but we're too far along. I'm gonna be just fine. All right, cool. 11d10, and successes on that are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Now, which one are you attacking?
One of the ones that had the most initiative.
Okay. You had 6 successes.
Mm-hmm.
That brings it down to 1.
Okay.
And that moves you up.
An extra 6 plus
6.
1 for attacking, so I should be at 8, right?
8. Yes.
All right, cool.
And that was almost an initiative crash. Almost.
Woo!
Almost.
All right. But now, now that everyone has had 1 turn, now we will call it an evening.
Yes.
We're sorry that we went over so long. I was hoping you guys would just run.
Never!
But obviously, I don't know you guys that well.
It attacked me!
All I did was pull you out of the building.
Painfully. If I had just asked nicely, we would have left and maybe given it a tip.
Maybe it will. Maybe it'll run away. Who knows? I'm gonna have to keep this initiative sheet exactly as it is, or I'm gonna forget.
I have been writing in a journal all night to keep track of everything, so yeah.
All right, everybody, all in the audience at home, this is where we're going to call it, but we will continue and finish out this Jumpstart next week, next Tuesday, starting at 8 o'clock. That is 8 o'clock. 5 fingers and 3 on the other hand. 8 o'clock. That should give us more than enough time to finish out this Jumpstart for you guys. We hope that you all enjoyed it. If you're looking to check out more of Horrible Tales Onyx Path shows, make sure you guys check out Mage Technocracy on Saturdays. Our Mage White Walls crossover with Cult on Sundays. And of course, make sure you guys check out Exalted Jumpstart Tomb of Dreams that you can, if you wish, purchase on Drive-Thru RPG. And that will be on Tuesday. And make sure, last but not least, you watch our finale show of Scarredlands this Friday, starting at 9 p.m. It shall be...
And it might be starting a little bit later. We are doing we're doing a movie showing for our Patreon subscribers, which, you know, if you want to get in on that, we're watching Clue together. And if you want to be part of that, you should totally check out our Patreon. But since we are doing that, we might start a little bit later than 9. But since this is the finale, we're going to go until we get out. So prepare for marathons. Possibly. It depends on how fast these guys take down the Dark Womb.
Dark Womb. But make sure you guys check out our calendar and Onyx Path's calendar for all the other terrifying tales and awesome adventures so that you can watch. Make sure you check out our website, vorpaltales.com, to check out our calendar, our social media links, our recap, and links to all of our partners and affiliates. check them out, purchase awesome stuff, and support us all in the same process. Players, let the audience know the next time that they can see you and the cool things that you do outside the show.
I don't know. Do you want Sean to go first since he went first last time?
It's after 12:30.
No.
Just go.
Just go.
No,
Sean's
fine.
ready to go to bed.
Nah. Anyway, hey everybody, I have been playing EA Salakamu, and I have had a whole bunch of fun, though I was terribly confused a lot of the time, but it was worth it for this enjoyable game. Anyway, you can find me all over the internet as Changeling Ever, and you can find me playing tomorrow night as Bug in the finale of Tales from the Loop. What'll happen to our kids? No one knows, but you'll find out tomorrow if you tune in.
Hello, everybody. I am Steve. You can find me on the internet at Voodoo Arcade. Tonight I was playing Fakakun, and you'll find me next tomorrow also playing in Tales from the Loop. It's going to be rad, and I just want to press one more time. $5 tier a month gets you access to the watch party this Friday and a watch party every month. So check us out. If you like us, come hang out. See our Patreon. Thank you.
Hello, everybody. My name is Rachel. I am Stolen Fires pretty much everywhere, and I will be back here on Thursday at 9:30 Eastern, running Changeling the Dreaming. It's a generational chronicle. It's a lot of fun. This one is set in World War II. Hooray! And then the next time you will see me on Vorpal Tales will be Sunday night for White Walls, which I'm looking forward to because we're about to either. We're gonna ruin some Black Spiral Dancers' day, or they're gonna ruin ours. Who knows?
I am Patrick, everyone on the internet, PattyShakes_. Next time you'll see me will be Friday running the Scarred Lands Season 1 finale. It's going to be awesome. There's going to be an epic boss battle. There's going to be conclusions. There's going to be plot twists. There's going to be character growth. It's going to be great. Come check us out. We're going to be on the Onyx Path channel. Onyx Path is hosting us for that, so it's going to be fan-friggin-tastic. Oh, by the way, I played Mirror Flag tonight, the many-faced being.
Hey there, I am at Space Lord PJs. You can find me tomorrow night running the Tales from the Loop game. It's going to be awesome. It's our conclusion, so looking forward to it.
Awesome. We will not do votes because I vote for all of you. I will give you one vote for everyone to use a willpower without actually spending a willpower.
Awesome.
However, if anyone in the chat wishes to vote for any of their favorite player, make sure that you get it before the end of the reel, and they will get some extra willpower to spend on successes to bring the hurt onto some of these things. But again, I am Duane at Made of Kimchi on the internet, and the next time you'll see me will be on Vorpal Tales Thursday for Pathfinder 2E Strange Aeons. However, I will be back here on Onyx Path on Tuesday to finish out this said game. Again, thank you to everybody for sticking around so late. Sorry it went over a bit, but we did start a little late, so I guess that kind of makes sense. I don't know. I'm horrible at timing. Don't question me. But until next week, we bid you adieu, and we hope that all of your solar exaltations stay hardy. Good night, everyone.
that